Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holiday season. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Happy everything. Okay. Um, so I'm doing a little bit of a surprise stream because a couple people have reacted to my most recent panel on um, Shut Up Fanny, Shut Up Fanny, Shut Up Fatty's channel. Sorry. I will say, just a pre warning, I am a little bit lit. I drank a little bit tonight with my boyfriend's family. We had a great time. So I took a couple shots with my boyfriend's mother, whose 58th birthday is today. And we were also celebrating Thanksgiving together. So I got a little bit of Crown Royal in me. Uh, but you know what? I'm gonna need it for this stream to get through it anyway, so fuck it. And it's kind of funny because throughout the stream, we will be reacting to people will be accusing me of being on drugs or drunk, blah, 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 blah. I was completely sober. Well, halfway through, I might have taken a few hits of weed from my ghost weed pen, my little ghosty weed pen. Okay. Cuff me, throw me in jail. I'm horrible, but yeah. So, at worst, I might have taken a couple hits of weed during the stream we will be reacting to, but other than that, I was completely sober. And I will say, which I've talked about many times before, I am over 2 years clean at this point from hard drugs. Okay. I am an ex heroin addict. So, by the way, for anybody's interest, because people seem to be so interested, no, I never shot up. All right. The drugs were so good here in Philadelphia, we snorted them. We didn't have to use needles. Okay. So, just in case anybody wanted to know, because it seems like people are super interested in my ex drug use, I thought I'd make that clear from the beginning. But yeah, as of now, I am over 2 years clean. Did it all by myself. No rehab. Okay. With major help from my boyfriend. I will not deny that. He was with me every minute. But I came up with a plan. I came up with the will to do it. It was me who made the decision. Yeah, I did it all on my own. Okay. So, and I'm very proud of that. And I have no shame in that. So, I come on to YouTube to talk about my life experience because lots of people come on YouTube and talk a lot of shit, but they don't talk real shit. They don't talk about the real stuff. I come on YouTube to talk about my real life experience, which is why I'm reacting to this panel, because I was accused of being a liar, even though the things I told them about my life on this panel was thrown back in my face throughout the panel. So it's funny that they call me a liar, yet they use the things that I told them about my life against me on this panel. So it makes no fucking sense. The truth is, they just don't care about women's actual dating experiences. They just want to live in their own fantasy world where they're 100% right. They are always the victims, and women are always the perpetrators of their hurt, of their fault. That is the world that they want to live in. So any truth that I speak on these panels immediately gets shut down. And you will notice that throughout the entire panel, I never once put down men, because I don't do that. I treat both sexes equally culpable for doing right and doing wrong. I think women do great things. I think men do great things. I think women do bad things. I think men do bad things. And I'm not saying men and women are completely equal, because we do have our biological, natural differences and habits. I 100% agree. But I will say we have more in common than different. And this is proven by brain science. People have more in common in their brains with, like, gender isn't as much of a determining factor in who you will not have as much of a similar brain as than personality type. Gender is not the key factor in difference between people's brains. Okay, and that is just science. Are there differences between men and women? Yes, there are, 100%. But it's not a major determining factor, and we have more in common than we have different between us. Okay? So, throughout this panel, I will never put down men. I will never dismiss men. I will never blame men, okay? But the opposite happens. And the excuse that is given to me is that, well, you don't have to blame men because men get blamed every day, naturally, okay? So they think they can do that to women because it's happening to them. That is the ultimate victim mindset, especially when nobody on the panel is doing it to you. Do you think that women don't deal with this every day? Are you joking? Are you fucking kidding me? It's funny because when we're silent about it too, we actually suck it up and fucking deal with it, and just, it's not worth our time and energy to fucking push back and argue with you every single fucking time. And the one time that we actually do, you fucking scream at us, call us wanting to play the victim, call us crybabies, call us emotional. The one time we actually stand up for ourselves, that's what we get. Okay? But again, nobody on this panel put down men, and yet they were still trying to play the victim card the entire time. So I'm going to show you this panel that I was on. So first I'm going to give you some context, because the actual panel lasted about 4 hours. So like 3 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, do you see that? So, but like the first 5 minutes is the intro, them explaining, them thanking everybody, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we'll say 3 hours and 40 minutes, okay? About 4 hours, all right? The amount that people are reacting to and reposting, and this is not just one account, by the way, is, well, I can't see from here, but it's about the last 40 minutes of it. And people are reposting the same part. That's the only part I've seen reposted from this entire panel. So I will be giving context to the section that has been reposted. Yeah, so I will be showing the very beginning of the panel, and then I will be showing where me and Angwyman first got into our initial little fight. You know, we had them throughout the panel, but like the biggest motivator of our beef, you could say. And then I will be reacting to somebody else's reaction to the very end section of the panel. But I do want to give you the beginning context because nobody else is showing that. And somebody else posted it as, look, mentioned you in a video. Angwyman didn't start the smoke, but he ended it. Okay, so that's what they are titling the reaction videos, which is just posting the end. So that's why I'm going to show you the beginning context, because that is not true. All right, so I think that's a long enough intro. Thank you everybody who's here. Please like the video if you like the video, do all that jazz, and let's get into it. All right, so you can see here I'm starting at 7 minutes and about 30 seconds in. This is the very, very beginning of how the video starts.
The conversation. Okay, so once again, I truly appreciate y'all's support. Thank you very much for being here, and let's have fun.
It's time to do.
So, my brother Fatty, we used to have conversations in the back, and sometimes he goes public with it as well too. But he's saying that women's typical type is initially the first type of guys she was dealing with, and then she ends up settling with the second type of guys. But her first type is actually her real type. So, to be congruent with that, have you sisters ever curved a nice guy for a more fun and toxic guy?
And just to pause super quick already, this is so from my personal experience, and I think many women's experience, because I know there is this trope of women are attracted to the bad boys, which I will not deny that is a trope. But if you actually think about like all the people from high school that you knew, all the girls in your grade, most of them were just regular average girls who weren't actively chasing bad boys. Yeah, they might have been attracted to some of the more attractive jocks or like meaner guys at points, but most girls' first boyfriends was not the stereotypical bad boy on the corner smoking cigarettes, skipping school, not doing his homework. That is not the average experience for most girls. Lots of girls are attracted to but that is not all girls, and I don't even think that would be the majority of women. So yes, this is a trope, this is a reality, but I don't even think it's the average experience for the majority of women. I mean, think about all the women who grew up in the Midwest, who grew up in the South, who grew up in the suburbs. There's not like an overwhelming amount of bad boys that, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, they're dating within the same kind of bad girl circles, like the girls who are also kind of a little bit more edgy and stuff like that. So this is not like a super average experience. It is a trope. It does happen, but it's not an overwhelming experience for women in general. So, but it is common enough that it can be a conversation, which is why I did engage in this.
Let's start with Ghosty.
And you don't have to drop any names.
Wait, what do you mean by like? Are you asking? Did I ever think a nice guy was actually a bad boy or? Sorry, what's the question?
Did you pass up a good guy for a bad guy?
Oh.
Did you pass up a good guy for the bad boy?
Yeah.
For the
I don't think it's like that black and white. There's been like good guys that I just didn't really like, but I didn't choose like somebody else over him per se. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that there were good guys, just normal. And when I say good guys, I just mean like non bad boys. So just average, everyday guys who are doing average, everyday, normal teenage guy things, or early 20 guy things. There's nothing like bad or edgy about them. And I had crushes on them. And in this moment, I'm thinking of one in particular that I took a little bit more seriously, and we ended up just not having like that chemistry. We met on a dating app. I was initially attracted to him through his photos. We met in person. You know, we had enough in common. We met in person. We hung out a little, and there just wasn't that spark. There wasn't that like romantic spark there. So I ended up not dating him. But it's not like I picked somebody else over him. There was nobody that I picked over him. It was just him. It was just him alone that I was dating at the time. I had nobody else of interest at the time, and it wasn't happening for me. So that's what I'm trying to explain here.
What gives you the ick about a person that is good to you?
And there was no ick. There was no ick. There just was not a spark. We just like, I don't know. We met. He was very nice. We just didn't have chemistry, like romantic chemistry.
Is he still your friend?
No.
Why was he trying to be nice?
Why was he trying to be nice?
Yeah, if a person is nice to you, and then they're not their friends anymore, like why was it be
Well,
nice in the first
we
place?
met on a dating app.
Oh,
Yeah. But he was like a nice guy, had a job, like no red flags or anything, but I just didn't feel chemistry with him.
was he fun?
Yeah, he was pretty fun. And also, I mean, there were totally normal other guys like this in high school that I had crushes on that maybe I just didn't pursue because I was too shy. I was a very quiet, shy, insecure girl in high school. I didn't have like a super huge friend group. I just had a couple of really close friends in high school. I wasn't very outroverted. That's the right word, right? Hey, support it. So I wasn't, I had crushes on completely normal guys in high school, even like guys who weren't like the super popular, super jockey, whatever. They were just like normal. Some of them were kind of dorky dudes, and I had crushes on them, and it just didn't work out. I mean, I feel like that happens all the time. You have a crush on somebody across the classroom in school who you barely talk to and nothing comes of it. I feel like that's a completely normal experience for both women and men, girls and boys in high school. So this happened often. I had many crushes on the good guys throughout high school and middle school that just didn't end up working out because we just weren't in proximity, or maybe they ended up having somebody else in their lives, or like whatever reason. There's a million different reasons for why people don't end up being together. So yeah, this is just totally normal.
Was he toxic?
No, I don't think so.
You never dated the fun toxic guy, Ghosty?
Oh yeah, I have. No, I've definitely dated the bad toxic guys. Yeah.
So why did you choose him over all the other men that was kind of being very nice and very kind?
And how they frame this is like all over all the other men. It's like it's just a wild misframing of reality. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yes, I ended up dating a toxic person. Does that mean I chose him over all the other normal guy crushes I had? No, because it was at different points in my life that I had these crushes. Also, like, one of the kind of like, I don't even know if you could call him a bad boy. That's the thing. I hate this framing. Everything is just so black and white with these people. Like, my very first, I would say, real boyfriend, like in middle school, I had a relationship that was like over a year, and that was like my first love, but I was 13. Like, do I count that as my first legit relationship? No, not really, even though we dated for over a year and I really loved him, right? I was 13, but I don't count that. So my first like legit relationship, I was like 17, and he came off as like a really good, like a Christian guy, and then I found out he like kind of wasn't that way. So not everything is just so black and white. Everything in our lives has so much nuance, but they try to make it like throughout this whole panel, everything is just super black and white to make women look like the stupid, bad party, and always make men look like the smart, superior party. And that's what we will see.
To you and saying Green Rising, Magnesium Queen. Like, I don't know how the white people like grace each other on the morning. What is the? Oh, I dreamed about you yesterday. That's what white people usually do. They say, I'll dream about you yesterday, but they send that message to 13 people. And I have a friend that does that, so he's a testimony. He's a very good icebreaker. Like, what made you pick him over the regular Joe?
Just somebody else.
Yes.
So this specific guy, who was a bad boy for sure, we had been friends for years. I was definitely sexually attracted to him. I was immature, the bad, which by the way, that didn't start from the beginning, okay? It just, as I started to get to know him, I started to become romantically attracted to him. But he was a part of my friend group. My friends introduced me to him. At first, I didn't think anything of him, and as I started to get to know him more, I started to become romantically attracted to him because our personalities really clicked like that. Bad Boys definitely seemed like the more fun, crazy experience type. I was immature, he was immature. It was just something I was attracted to at that time. We were friends I won't pause this often, but like at that time too, I was a super kind of like wild, free spirit, and he was also that way, which made me attracted to him. So that's what I'm trying to explain. A couple years before that, and it ended up just happening. So that's how that happened. But I like knew I should have known. Everybody was like, don't date this guy. What are you doing? Even myself, I was like, am I really dating this guy? But I couldn't help my heart. I was just like, I want him. So.
And then when you got him, what happened?
It was terrible from the very beginning.
Did you left him or he left you? Not leaving, like who kind of initiated the disconnecting of the...
We were on and off for a couple years, and then eventually I left him in the end.
Wait, it took you years to get him off your system?
Yeah. I was like really in love with this guy. But
so
yeah.
But there's the thing, right? Were you entertaining him like every time you need something from somebody, you go to that person type of thing?
Was I entertaining him as every time I needed something, I went to him as this type of thing? He was my boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, he was my boyfriend at this time. So, sorta. And like I'm about to explain, because of him in my life, I ended up losing a lot of, honestly, most of my friends. Almost all of my friends stopped hanging out with me, especially if he was there, because they did not support our relationship. They knew he was horrible to me. And he was just crazy. Like, he had a really bad drinking problem in the beginning. Like, he would just get drunk and do really stupid things, and he was really hard to control. And at that time in my life, I like to drink a lot too. I just wasn't as out of control as he was. And because of my stupid heart wanting him, I always made excuses for him. And I don't know. I don't know what it was, okay? I was 19, 20, and I really liked him. And we were drinking all the time, whatever. Like, it was just a typical toxic relationship. And none of my friends wanted to hang out with us anymore and wanted to be around us anymore. So he was kind of my only go-to person. We also had a lot of in common, like, trauma experiences. So you could say we like trauma bonded. Like, we felt like it was us against the world, kind of cliche shit. You know what I mean? Like, all that stupid young naive shit where you're like, oh, it's just me and you, nobody understands, that kind of stupid shit. That's the kind of toxic cycle I got into with this guy, which I feel like is not uncommon for a lot of people, which is why I talk about these experiences on my YouTube channel.
Like, for example, some person have vices, right? So their go-to is, let me drink a coffee, let me go eat, let me go smoke. Like, were you treating him like that? Like, every time that you needed something from somebody, he would be the go-to guy?
I guess so. At this point, because of him, I had lost a lot of friends in my life. So he was kind of the only person left at that point. We were also like partying a lot. So anytime I didn't want to party by myself. Also, I'm sorry. Just also notice Rose already from the beginning, just constantly laughing at all my answers from the very beginning. She will do this throughout, and then eventually she will make very personal remarks about me, Eventually, she goes on to say, "Oh, you're never going to get married. Oh, your boyfriend thinks you're crazy. He's never going to marry you." She eventually calls me a hoe. Yeah, just anytime she addresses me, she makes it very personal. She never addresses my actual points. She attacks me personally, which is why I ended up calling her a bitch. And then everybody fucking attacked me, saying I was the one who was out of line because I called her a bitch, even though she was the only one who was making personal insults towards me the entire time. Yeah, I'm the one who's crying victim. So yeah, I just want to just like notice that throughout this, okay? It's around. So, and we got into a really bad toxic cycle. But I mean, we lived together at some point, which
Oh,
didn't work out, and yeah.
what? It, last question. Goes
Yes, it was a serious
I want the rest of the
relationship.
panel too, if they want to ask some. Was this the love of your life? Was the person? When I say love of your life, the person that you love the most when it comes to like that intoxicated feeling, like I like this person.
I
Like, was
really
this the love of your life?
I really thought he was. He obviously was not, but at the time, I felt like we were like soulmates, if that's a thing. Like I thought we were meant to be together. But
Yeah.
to be honest, if I stayed with him, he probably would have killed me. So
Yes.
Whoa, wait, one sec. Is this the toxic like I'm a playboy, or is this the toxic I'm Dexter? I work in this police station, but I actually kill people in the forest and nobody knows about it. Like what?
it
What type
started.
of tox-
It
What
started
type
out
of
as
toxic are you
just.
talking about?
It started out as just a playboy, and then he ended up being like actually a dangerous person to be around. So.
So you talk
He was the kind of guy who, slept with women left and right, didn't keep a girlfriend, didn't keep a job very much. He also would like get into fights a lot. Like, he was just that kind of unhinged, out of control, immature person. But we did have a lot in common. And I was like kind of a little bit like my reckless behavior was more hurtful to myself than other people. So I would put myself in danger more than I would ever harm anybody else. That's the kind of reckless behavior I had. But I was like a reckless person. I just didn't hurt other people. He was the kind of person who did hurt other people, though. But again, like I'm 20 years old. I have like my heart is like longing for this person for whatever reason. We end up having like really deep talks. We spend a lot of time together being friends prior to dating, and I had a real connection with him. And it just was not a good thing for either one of us. So it's not like I was like picky. Like I said, I dated this guy for years. Like he was a serious part of my life. It's not like I was just recklessly dating, going from like bad boy to bad boy, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like how they frame it.
talking about like the type of like toxic.
Like the most toxic pairs. Yeah, yeah.
Ghosty, you're dating criminals too, Ghosty. What's going on?
He did go to jail, but yeah,
For
one
what?
time.
For
To jail
what?
one time, yeah.
For what?
He had like a mental health episode and was like, I don't know, the cops found him like screaming in the streets or something like that, on drugs or something. It's kind of crazy. And honestly, I don't even know if he was on drugs. Like when I said drugs, I meant like his medications. That's what I meant at that point. Yes, yes, we did do drugs together. I am an ex-heroin addict. I did snort heroin and fentanyl in my early 20s. Yes, that is true. But when I said drugs there, I meant like his medications and stuff. He had schizoaffective disorder. So he had bipolar and schizophrenia mixed. So there were times when he was literally not on any drugs and he would act crazy and do crazy things. So crazy. By the way, this person is also like recovered now. He's also not doing drugs. He is on methadone. He is clean. You know, I am not like in contact with him, but I do see his Facebook, and he has like texted me updates about his life or whatever. I wish him no harm. Literally, he was super abusive to me. I understand I will not excuse that. I understand our circumstances as young people. I will again not excuse what he did, but I was there. It's really hard to put into words. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, he's like getting help now. I don't fucking know what to say.
I don't know about these.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. It's a
no,
bad.
it's Ghosty. This is ladies first.
Look at Rose just like chuckling at me, like, oh my god, oh my god.
I wasn't just
He went
expecting
to jail. Oh my
that
god.
your toxic was that type of toxic. I was.
Yeah. No, it was bad. It was really toxic. Yeah.
Oh. Can you win
That's
you
so
back?
funny. That's so funny. I it's sad because like there's a part of me that still feels bad for him, and I want the best for him and stuff, but I can never be with him again.
Is he blocked?
Is he what? By the way, the guy I'm dating now is the complete opposite of him. Literally the complete opposite of this guy, right? Like, so what they're going to try to say is that, oh, well, that's my type. That is women's type, and they can't move on from that. I did. I 100% stopped putting people before myself and started learning how to take care of myself and think about my needs, what I need. And even though, like, you know, this person had mental health issues and didn't have their life together, blah, 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 I realized that I did everything I could for them and I couldn't do anymore. It was not healthy for me. So I had to leave no matter what. Even if they were starting to get help, even if they were starting to make progress, it was not healthy for me. And I was not healthy for him, to be honest. Like, him having a girlfriend, it made him super paranoid, right? Like, it just drove him crazy. So it was not good for either one of us. So I left. I ended up finding my current boyfriend, and he is literally the complete opposite of this person. And I'm in a super healthy, happy, fulfilled relationship that, like, honestly, he's just the best. I know this is like super cringy to like talk about your partner like this, but honestly, like, for people who have been in toxic relationships, you're not like damaged like forever. You can 100% get out of that and grow as a person and learn how to take care of yourself and learn how to take care of somebody else in a healthy way too. And 100% move on from that. Just because you dated a toxic person before does not mean that is your type for the rest of your life. Okay?
Is he blocked? Like, completely blocked? They have no access? Like,
No.
or he's like...
He's not, but we don't talk. He texts me sometimes. I ignore him, but I have no reason to block him. He's not harassing me or anything like that. Like, we don't talk. It's not like I had to block him. I don't know why Rose is like giggling. Like, we're still in some cahoots or some shit.
I'll pass it to the fellas before I go to Rose. Anybody wants to have any questions about what's going on here with Ghosty? And thank you very much for your honesty, Ghosty. That's actually pretty cool.
By the way, keep in mind that thanking me for my honesty, because Angryman is gonna call me a fucking liar about my past in a little bit, which fucking pisses me off more than anything else, because I am more honest than probably 90% of people on YouTube, and it always gets used against me, and it's fucking bullshit that he calls me a fucking liar. I have nothing to lie for. I literally tell the most embarrassing things about my past and my life, and I don't give a fuck, because I'm so sick of people putting on a facade and a fake Instagram perfect lifestyle on the internet for people to see. I want people to see real shit because I know so many people have been through the same things as me. It's not a fucking one-off. It's not a fucking outlier. This shit happens all the time. And I fucking come on here and I tell the fucking truth. Yes, I'm an ex-heroin addict. Yes, I've been in abusive relationships. Yes, I've like XXX whatever, XY whatever. You know what I mean? I come in here and I talk like real fucking shit. And then they call me fucking liars because I said, yes, I've had crushes on geeks, dorks, and nice guys in high school. So now I'm completely lying about my fucking past. Fuck you. Literally, you're lying about everything you talk about because you fucking have grown a fantasy for the men in your audience to follow. That's not true. It's completely misleading them. It's completely misleading them into relationships, into fantasy relationships that don't exist, which is why you have 1 million single men following you. That's fucking why.
I don't know.
That's why I'm on here, just to be honest, because lots of people go through crazy shit and don't talk about it, so.
Angryman and Ali, do you guys have any question?
Sounds pretty standard to me.
I got a question.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Happens all the time.
The whole bad boy, good boy ideology. I feel like a lot of it is just pertaining to a guy who doesn't have any set standards for how he lives his life. So it creates this void of accountability for you as a woman to where you don't have to worry about being quote unquote responsible so much.
All right, so I understand what he's saying. I do. This exists, but this was not the situation for me. I had the type of relationship I was in with a bad guy. I had all of the accountability. Everything I did, like, if a guy stood in line too close to me in the Chipotle line, this happened, I was flirting with him. So, like, you know how tight Chipotle lines are? If a guy stood too close to me, and I didn't even fucking notice, then that was me, like, trying to disrespect my boyfriend in public. If I decided to carry the grocery bags out of the store, that was me disrespecting my boyfriend in public because he's the man. He should be carrying them. If I got out of my own car to pump my gas, that was me disrespecting my boyfriend. All of the accountability was always on me. Everything I did was looked at as me trying to disrespect his manhood in public. So nothing about this relationship was accountability free or freeing. I thought he was that kind of person when I dated him. It's not like I was like trying to date him to get out of accountability. It's like I thought our personalities had a lot in common, but you know, he just had like a lot of demons and fucked up paranoia in the end. But like, the thing is, he had other girlfriends before me, and it wasn't like that with them. So I'm just, like, still honestly confused about it. But, I mean, maybe it was a little bit like that. It wasn't like that to the extent it was with me, though. So yeah, that was not the appeal about him, was that I could just be free and do whatever I wanted while I still had a boyfriend. Like, I understand that exists out there, but that is not the situation that I was in.
Much because he's a bad boy. He's not taking shit serious. You know what I mean? So I feel like the old school ideology of bad boy is different from what we call a bad boy in today's modern age. Like, what we call a bad boy is just somebody who just doesn't have his shit together and doesn't give a damn. He has nothing to lose. So he provides less of a responsibility on your end to have to keep up with the shit you got going on. And I think a lot of that is appealing because it's like ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? It's almost better to not know and have fun than to know and be plagued with knowledge. So that's my question to you is, what made him a bad boy in comparison to the good men that you've dealt with?
So what I was like personally attracted to, and I maybe this is just a me thing, but I think it's pretty common. I think it might be common for guys too. Is just somebody who like doesn't give a fuck. Like he didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about anything. He didn't give a fuck about what other people thought of him. He did what he wanted on his own time. Just that, and I just found that really attractive when I was immature and naive and stupid. I was just attracted to that. I thought it was cool. I thought it was freeing in a way, which turned out to be the opposite, but I think that was just the I don't give a fuck kind of attitude. Like I'll do what I want kind of thing was what I found attractive.
And I think that's what a lot of women like. It's almost like having a cool teacher that doesn't teach you shit, right? Their class is fun, but you don't really learn shit there, right?
Yeah.
Versus a teacher who is extremely structured, teaches you hella stuff every single day, but you hate going to their class because they're so strict. They don't let you get on your phone. They don't let you bullshit around, right? So it's like you love going to the other class because they just let you run free. It's like having a substitute, right? That's my theory on that.
That's
Uh,
one way to look at it.
hey,
There's also a couple of other things that could be going on. So one, you could have the girl that basically just wants to piss off her parents by dating somebody that she knows her parents will never approve of.
Yeah, and also I know this also exists, but this was not me. I was trying so hard to get my family, specifically my mom, to like my boyfriends, and specifically this guy.
Basically to get back at them for whatever she feels like they're not doing in the moment. If she has a father that's not spending a lot of time with her, I'll go date the bad boy because that's going to piss off dad. Or mom didn't do XYZ and I know she's not going to approve of this guy, right? So you have that. Then you also have the chicks that think they can change the guy, you know, they think they can change him into a good dude or whatever, or they just are too naive to understand that, yeah, he's dangerous. That also means he can be dangerous towards you. But I don't think they really care about that because if push come to shove, if the relationship goes bad, they always have the last option of playing victim. So
This is so retarded. This is so stupid. The fact that women are like, I'm sorry, not the fact. The idea that women are out here like, oh, he could really fucking hurt me. But you know what? I'll be able to play victim and be like, oh, I'm an abuse victim now. Wow. Like, so I don't care if he fucking hits me because I'll be able to play victim after. The idea that there's like a mass amount of women thinking like that is moronic. That is just not true. And I'm not talking about the relationships that are like, because I know these relationships exist where there's like a woman who's like, I'm gonna drive him so crazy to the point that he hits me and I get to call the cops and get him arrested. I'm not talking about those girls. I'm talking about regular women are not out here thinking like, oh, well, you know what? He does seem kind of dangerous, but if he hits me, at least I'll get to play victim in the end. Like no, women aren't doing that. That is fucking moronic.
you know, if things go bad and it's not a good relationship and it becomes abusive or um, they get their heart broken or whatever, they can always play the woe is me card. Oh my God, it was so horrible that I was in this relationship, because that's another way of farming attention.
damn.
What kind of attention are you farming? Are you serious? Like,
You know what's hilarious? And a lot of times this is why the red pill kind of ends up being right. Like the alpha fucks and the beta bucks was one of the first things I actually learned, and is like clockwork. Like no woman will, for whatever reason, escapes that cycle, right? And there's always a I love him so much, and it, it's you like him more than he likes you.
Mhm.
And the problems actually start to pull up when he start to likes you back, and especially likes you back in a way that is not healthy to you, because a lot of people don't know how to love, especially when the dynamic changes. Like Ogosi in that situation, where any point where the dynamic started changing a little bit, like it was free and he do what he wanted to do and all that, and then there was a point on the relationship where he actually starts to chase you more, being on your top of time. Like there was ever a time where that flipped towards you,
I mean, really quickly, it became super controlling. So,
and
like text
he went
messages,
from
who
I
I can
don't
hang out
care.
with. Yeah, yeah. And I really, the other thing was like he had mental health issues. So I was like, oh, maybe if he gets on meds, he'll become better and he won't be like this kind of
Holy
thing.
shit.
Like, because we were in our early 20s. So this is when like people are laughing, but this was the excuse I put in my head. I was like, oh, he's acting out this way because he's not on the right meds. You know, like he's just starting to deal with these diagnoses. Maybe he just like, needs to get his shit together and he will eventually become like the kind of like the I can fix him stereotype, but it wasn't even like me fixing him. I just thought somebody could fix him. I thought something could fix him. I thought he was fixable. Um so yeah, I kept making excuses because I really wanted the relationship to work, even though I knew I was putting myself in danger by trying to make the relationship work. So that comes down to me not valuing myself as much as I valued the relationship, which is what I had to learn over time. And you know what? Like, there are men who deal with this all the time. There are men who date very toxic and abusive women, physically abusive women, who put up with it for whatever reason, just like women put up with toxic and abusive men. This is not some kind of, oh, you're stupid, oh, you're whatever. Like, yes, you can call people naive and inexperienced and immature, but this is actually pretty common and natural. Like the behavior that we see in abuse victims is almost like textbook, how they behave, how they go back, how they make excuses, how they yada yada yada. It's almost textbook. So if you've been through that, you're not crazy. Like it's our psychological natural behavior when you love somebody to do this. Now, I'm not recommending people to go back to their abusers, but I'm saying if you have been there and you did, you're not stupid, you're not crazy. It's actually total normal psychological behavior that we have to learn how to break out of, because we need to learn how to value ourselves more than that relationship. And that's the big thing, which is not easy to do, especially if you're super young and inexperienced. Like, dating is learning experience. Dating is learning what you want, learning who you want to be. That's what dating is. So especially in our very early like our late teens, early 20 years, this is why lots of people go through this shit. This is why people don't recommend typically to get married when you're too young, because lots of times you're not going to want the same thing in a couple years. Mental health issues start really developing and diagnoses start coming in and stuff. So yeah, I was like, oh, well, he's just not on the right meds. He's just he needs to see that I'm not like actually cheating on him, blah 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 blah, all these things I was trying to prove just because I just like really really wanted to be with him. And it took a while to like actually get him to be my boyfriend, because he was kind of like the playboy, and I was like, oh, now he's actually with me, and I didn't want to lose him right after I got him. So
that's the
and like I didn't really word that super right either. Like, yes, he was I don't even know, a playboy. He just wasn't boyfriend material. He was just the kind of person who slept with girls, was not boyfriend material. You know what I mean? And so we were friends for a couple of years before we started dating, and I had a crush on him for a good amount of time, and I knew he was into me too, but we weren't taking it seriously. And then, you know, once we finally took that step to be actual boyfriend and girlfriend, and things started going south real fucking quick, I was like, no, I just got you. I really like you, and I want to give this more of a chance. And in the beginning, it really started with him accusing me of cheating on him all the time, him not trusting me, him like I don't even fucking know how to describe it. Like, he thought I was giving him signals that weren't happening. Like, it was really just paranoia. And I was trying to explain to him, like, no, I'm not. I like just you. I'm not cheating on you. Like, none of this is happening. And he thought I was gaslighting him. So I was like really desperate to try to prove to him that I was totally just into him. And yeah, that's what happened.
Other side of it too, social status.
I mean, there was no social status. There was no social status to gain from being with him. Trust me, but
there's a science behind
initially there was. If you're saying that he was the playboy,
Yes.
which meant that a lot of other girls liked him, and then you said it took you a while to get with him.
Like, girls would sleep with him on occasion because he was very forward sexually. That's why. There was not, like, he's literally like super autistic. He's passing as normal, but like if you actually talk to him and get to know him, he's like super autistic. But you know, like in a party situation, he's very sexually forward, not in like a fucking rapey way or whatever, but like he's just very like, I like this girl, like, hey girl, what's up? And he wasn't afraid to just start flirting with girls that he thought were attractive. Like, and girls like that shit. Like, I don't know, it just, so he would sleep with people. It wasn't like the stereotypical like Chad, like Giga Chad, super hot, blah blah blah. There was zero social status to get out of this. Like, I literally had to hide the fact that I was dating him from all my friends because it was embarrassing. Honestly, he was a complete mess, and I knew how he treated his other ex-girlfriends. Not that he was abusive to them, but he did like cheat on them, and he treated them as like disposable. So it was not, there was no social status. It's always about the climb with these guys. LOL. I know.
And so when you finally got with him, whether you admit it or not, that was social status. Look at who I was able to get with. It's the guy that the other girls want.
It's hard because like in my friend group, he's not like a super.
We're almost through this section, and then I'm gonna go to the point where me and Angwyman get into our like big beef, and then I'm gonna cover the part that everybody is reacting to and totally fucking misframing. So that's where we're at. Attractive, whatever, like Chad kind of dude. Like he's like a loser. He can't keep a job, like kind of thing. Like nobody was impressed with me dating him.
So then why would you describe him as a playboy?
They're so brain broken.
Which means that other women found him attractive enough to sleep with him, correct?
Pre-selection.
It was pre-selected, absolutely.
So
I guess,
so then by virtue of him being able to sleep with a bunch of girls, that's social status.
I guess you can say that. I really did not see it that way though. And I just want to say what
was the reason that you were attracted to him? I mean, you said yourself a second ago that he was a playboy. That was your words.
Yeah.
And then you said that you tried really hard to get with him. So why would you try really hard to get with a loser?
Because I liked him. He was my friend and we had a lot in common.
I actually liked a man? We had a lot in common?
I liked his personality. I already explained how we were friends for a year or two before we started dating. Like, shocking. Like, they're so brain broke. They're like, well, you said he slept around with girls, and you said you were trying to date him and you liked him. It's like, why else would you want to date him besides him sleeping with other women? It's like, I liked him. I liked him. Like it's not fucking science, people. And we had good
Excitement.
chemistry. I liked
So,
his personality.
Excitement is
I'm
excitement
pretty
is why you
sure
liked
the-
him.
The
I'm
excitement.
pretty sure the other girls probably felt similar. That's why I'm saying.
I don't
he
know
was-
if they even got to know him. Like, but I just want to say,
They're
like,
so
I don't think this is just a
confused.
woman thing. I said, I'm saying the girls he slept with, like, probably didn't even get to know him. Like, huh? What? Oh my god. I think it's a maturity thing. You see lots of young guys dating totally toxic, bad women too, chasing the bad women who don't care about them also. So I really think this is a maturity thing. It has nothing to do with beta bucks, blah, 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 blah. Eventually people grow up and do value more stability and calmness in their life and usually grow out
Yeah.
of this. There's some people who don't, but it's not like a man-woman thing.
So, but Ghosty, but the problem is he's still your type. Like you can grow up out of big booties and big titties, but he's still your type. You see what I'm saying? So
That's the thing. You actually can grow out of, like, what? You can grow out of, like, wanting, we'll just call it the bad boy trope, okay? So sometimes women get attracted to bad boys. Occasionally that happens. Yes, it does happen. You can 100% grow out of it. And I think this 100% happens to men too. So see how I say, and again, I understand there are differences between the way men and women date, but I do think it's true that this is an immaturity thing. That lots of times men are attracted to super toxic women, rather it be because they're super hot, or they're really confident, or they're sexualizing themselves, whatever it is, but they're really toxic for guys in whatever way. It might not even be like that, but there's plenty of immature, inexperienced, naive guys who date toxic women when they're younger and stay with them and get treated like shit by these women, but stay for whatever reason, and then end up growing out of that and then realizing, you know what, I'm not into that kind of like toxic female whatever anymore. I just want like a normal good woman. And women do the same thing. Sometimes women fall for the bad boy tropes and then they grow out of it with maturity and realize, you know what, I just want like a stable, normal guy who's gonna treat me right. Like that's what I want. So that's why, like, I pointed out here, this isn't just a woman thing. This is a maturity thing. It happens with men and women. I have seen men stay with women who have literally stabbed them. I knew a man who got ran over by his girlfriend. Like, she hit him in her car, and he stayed with her. These are two different guys I'm talking about. And they like made excuses to stay with these women. I also know plenty of women who have been abused by their boyfriends who have stayed with them. And they were all like in their early 20s. And yes, do some people not grow out of this and kind of stay in like the toxic relationship cycle, even in their older years? Yes. But for the majority of people, this is a maturity thing. Like I said, dating is a learning experience. You're kind of figuring out what you want, who you are. So this is just something that happens with people, like men and women. And as soon as I say, oh, this happens for men too, this is when their brains really break and it's whatever from here.
So even if you say, "Oh, I grow out of it," and it was not all that, like we have a case, like I don't know if you guys saw what happened with Summer Walker, like some messages of her leaked, and she is trying,
Pizza Hut.
right,
Her name
Rose,
is Pizza Hut. Her name is Pizza Hut.
right? So she had this dude that then got another it girl and instead of her having sex with 4 billion men in the planet, she wants that dude because every woman wants that dude, and that dude has a beautiful woman on his side.
I have
So,
no idea who they're
like,
talking about.
women a lot of times pretend that they don't see value in the man that not every other woman, but a lot of other women want. It's a challenge. I want him, another woman want him, but I'm going to get him, and I'm going to value him because of that. But as soon as I get him, and he starts to like me back, now he's the completely different game. Now he's super controlling. Now he's and it's fair because he might be actually be there like a lot of men that are nonchalant when they are dating and they don't care about woman.
Okay.
When they get one, they project. Oh, I was doing this when I didn't have the relationship and the monogamy thing. So I'm going to take her off the market on an aggressive way. Go ahead, Angryman.
So I got to point this out because you immediately went to, I don't think it's a woman thing. There's fundamental differences between the way men and women date and mate. And the alpha fucks beta bucks thing, it's not something that somebody just came up with in their head. It's an actual thing.
It has been disproven, but
you don't typically. No, it hasn't.
it has.
Stop. No,
The literal guy who came up with it said he doesn't believe in that theory anymore.
It doesn't. That him not believing in the theory doesn't mean it doesn't work.
So he admits it. He admits the guy who came up with the theory doesn't even believe in that theory anymore. All right, we're almost done through this part.
Doesn't mean it doesn't function. So that's one thing, because this is the one thing that annoys the shit out of me with a lot of you newbies up here. It's like y'all come up here and you can't have a genuine conversation in good faith. It's like you're always trying to debunk the red pill. It's so freaking annoying.
It debunked
Number
itself.
one, this is something no, it didn't. Because first of all, red pill is just reality. Do you even know the definition of red pill?
Yeah.
What's the definition of red pill?
It's like from the Matrix, taking the reality pill instead of the blindfolded, fed in whatever.
So the blue pill was basically the fantasy that people were living in, and the red pill was them knowing the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you're telling me is the truth has been debunked.
No, because red pill is really a niche. Like, are we gonna say like science is red pill? No, it's a men's self-help dating niche.
No, it's not.
That's what people refer to when they refer to red pill. They don't say, science is red pill.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And that's the problem.
What exactly did I say was wrong? I said it's a men's self-help dating niche, the red pill. What exactly did I say is wrong, and why is he getting so defensive about that? It is very true. We don't just call truth red pill. We don't just say, oh, the sky is blue because there's this much of like whatever chemical element in the air that reflects off the ocean that makes the sky blue. That's red pill, bro. No, it's a dating men's self-help niche on the internet. It's a faction of the internet. Men's self-help and dating. What is wrong? Why is he getting so defensive about that? That is literally what his fucking channel is about. Why is he defensive about that? I just fucking want to know. So anyways, then they start questioning me about like, so who was the original like guy that made the red pill? And I forgot like the fucking guy's name like off the top of my head because I just don't have that off the top of my head. Like, maybe I should have said Kevin Samuels. I don't even know if they would have said yes. That, like, came to me later. But, like, I'm sorry I didn't have that off the top of my head. Anyway, so, yeah, we end up arguing for, I don't even remember what we end up arguing about here. But now I'm going to skip to the part where Angryman feels like he triggered me. And that's what's gonna go into the part that everybody's reacting to. All right, so it was like right around here, hour 48 minutes.
See you immediately, like immediately.
No, I've been
that's
told
why I said it's
I was
an excuse.
unattractive to women.
Let me go back like
She's
a minute.
physically attractive.
Was 304. That has presented herself and you've seen her to be a 304, you cannot now take her seriously as a girlfriend or a wife because the way she was presented to you in the first place was 304.
This is why the part that I'm starting at is that men and women view each other differently, and that the way that they are attracted to people is different. So where men are just attracted to a physically attractive person, it doesn't matter if you were friends for a while, if she was a hoe for a while, it doesn't matter. She's physically attractive, the guy is going to be physically attracted to her. Whereas for women, you can be physically attractive, but that doesn't mean that they are attracted to you and that they're going to want to be with you. And so that's why I'm starting with that like fundamental basis, because I think the way that women view men is very different than the way that men view women.
I don't understand what we're doing over here. Like, this woman like you before you anything you do, anything you say, man. Come on, man. Like, there's no, like, they put you in slots immediately as soon as they see you. Immediately. Like, immediately. No.
I've been
That's
told
why I said it's
I was
an excuse.
unattractive to women.
And honestly, because of what we're about to explain here, I think this is a harmful thing to tell guys. So they might categorize women immediately. They might be like, oh, she's not hot enough for me. She's cut off. Whatever. I'm not interested in her at all. Done. Men might do that. These particular men might do that. But what we're about to explain is that not all women do that. Oftentimes, there is a guy who, okay, maybe he's not completely butt ugly, but he's a guy who I maybe typically wouldn't be attracted to. And then I get to, like, talking to him, and my interest sparks up. Women, like, value personality a bit more than attractiveness. So, like, I guess there's some guys who value attractiveness completely, and that's like a cutoff. But women are willing to give room for personality where attractiveness lacks. Like, no, you can't be completely unattracted to somebody and still like them. But somebody who's not exactly your type, if they meet your personality standards and they really spark an interest in you, that will change the way you physically look at them. And that's what we're trying to explain here. And again, their brains just fucking break.
Girls
That's why
that
I said
dated,
it's an
I've been told by women that when they first saw me that I was like, you know, like, okay, like they didn't think anything of me. But then once I start talking, once they hear me like talk for a while, that I become way more attractive to them because I talk with confidence, because I'm funny, because I'm charismatic, that this totally changes the way that they view me. So I don't know where you
100%.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
100%.
You know actually what happened, Storm? This is the only way
HQ is saying so too.
that the woman is going to change her mind. Is the toy analogy. The kid has a toy.
No.
He doesn't like the toy. The cousins come home and they start to play with this toy, and all of a sudden, I want my toy back. Why
No.
you play with my toy?
No.
The only way,
He's trying to say, like, the only way that you can make a man more attractive is if other girls find him attractive. And then she's like, oh my God, other girls want him? Now I want him. And yes, that happens. But what I'm saying, what Tom is saying, what HQ is agreeing with, also fucking happens. And I've experienced it. My girlfriends have experienced it. Throughout this panel, these men keep trying to tell me I can't tell men how men think. But yet they keep trying to tell women how women think. And it's no. Just no.
Let me finish, please, because I was quiet. The only way that a woman upgrades you from to, oh shit, I actually like the dude, if his other women are starting liking.
The only way women upgrade you from to, oh, I might like him, is if other women date him. That is not true. And men, you need to know this shit, because your personality can make you more attractive to women. Like that should be like a fucking, like, magical tool, like fucking level, I don't know, magical tool unlocked, like fucking secret dating secret unlocked. Like, whoa, maybe I'm kind of like an average dude, but I can use my personality to make women attracted to me? Yes, you fucking can.
So she sees the people playing with the toy, and this is why Pete Davidson gets Kim Kardashian and Ariana Grande and all these women. Because nobody was looking at Pete Davidson when he was a nobody or he was an actor in CNL. As soon as he fucked Ariana Grande, all these women want to fuck him.
Why are we talking about celebrities as if they represent the average dating experience for people?
Immediately for whatever reason.
You're just wrong. You're just wrong. My best friend, literally this happened with one of your boyfriends.
Let me just finish and then I got you. What y'all do is soft approaching. You go to the gym at the same hour as the dude. You drop your handkerchief if you are on the Wild Wild West in the 1600s. You like my stories about my food. What the fuck does a pizza has to do for you be talking with me and putting likes in my stories? You like me. You want to talk with me. It's an excuse. I can take a picture of the sky and the woman will pull up and say, oh my God, you have a sky in Portugal? Oh, that's so cute. Like, that's how you approach, man. Is how you do it. You go to the pictures that I posted in 2017 and you like 7 of them so I can know, oh shit, she likes me. Because she's literally looking around. This is what women do. Y'all can be CSI, go to every post we do, every video and all this shit, and then all of a sudden say, oh, I don't do that. I don't show interest in men. You do. You might not do in approaching a man and saying, baby girl, what's your name? Let me buy you a drink. Like,
I'm
you're
not
not
saying
doing
that
that.
doesn't exist too.
You are not
denying
doing that,
part,
but you are going to position yourself in a situation where the guy that you like can buy you a drink.
All right,
That's
is where it all
that's
started,
approaching
folks.
to is not just the
Why don't
hard
you
approaching.
do that with the
It's the
good
soft
guy? Why
No.
don't you do that with the good
Yes.
guy? That's
We fucking do.
Yes.
Has happened. Literally, my best friend, I introduced her to my guy best friend, and she literally made fun of him at first. By the way, I'm gonna pause it. I said, my girl best friend, I introduced to my guy best friend. These two people are still my very close friends. The guy is still my current best friend. He is out of my friends. He's my best friend. He's married now with 2 children. I'm very happy for him. And I'm still friends with my girl best friend too. She's also married. She's married to a guy in the Air Force. But the reason I say this is because after this live stream, Angryman did a stream literally talking about me for like 45 minutes, which he took down. But he was saying, he was like, why was Ghosty getting so offended about this guy she's talking about? She didn't even say that he was her friend. I literally stated in the beginning that he was my guy best friend. So he likes to say that he's a listener. He listens to us all the time and we don't listen to him. Clearly he doesn't, because I actually state again throughout this that yes, this guy was my friend, is my best friend, and I even tell him eventually, yes, he's married now. So yeah, this might be a little bit too early telling you this, but just keep that in mind. First, she was like, ew, he's so ugly, he's like a let me get back. Literally my best friend, I introduced her to my guy best friend, and she literally made fun of him at first. She was like, ew, he's so ugly, he's like a goat, like called him like goat or something, him and his best friend, goat and another animal or something. And then as she got to know him, she literally was like, wow, he's like, I'm like literally physically more attracted to him as I like got to know him better, and they ended up dating. And this has happened with guys I've talked to too. Like they're just kind of like, whatever. Like I'm not like initially super visually attracted to them, and then as soon as they're talking, I get to know the personality. I'm like totally attracted to them.
He needs to get the hell away from her because something changed, but it wasn't what he said.
It was getting to know him. Literally.
Bullshit.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I can't tell you how men think, but you can tell me how women think.
It was something
Okay.
else.
Tom
It was something
described the situation exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly
Yes.
how it happened.
Yes.
It was something
Exactly.
else. Trust and believe.
No. So my internet key is goofy, right? Angry Man already cornered this conversation a long time ago. We
Your
tried
mic
to run away from.
It's
My mic
different
is
now.
No, it's
No,
good. He's on the phone. He's on the phone. It's
He's got
good.
something on the
No, it's
phone.
good, but
Oh,
it's
he's
good.
on
He's
the
on the
phone.
phone.
Okay, okay.
If she ain't breaking her rules for you, if she's not compromising her feelings for you, if she's not putting you in the same predicament or perception in your mind that she does with the guy she actually likes, that's what Angry Man's talking about.
I said they ended up dating. They ended up dating for over a year, I think. It was at least a year. But she really fell for him. She ended up falling in love with him, and he really fell for her too. Like, these guys just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They really fucking don't.
If you don't risk it all for this guy that you didn't like or that wasn't your type before, y'all picking and choosing who the winners are. You're picking and choosing who you.
What does he mean, risk it all? By the way, like, again, this guy, my guy friend at the time, no offense to him, he will admit it too, he was no fucking Chad. He had really not a lot going for him. Like, he was kind of, again, like a loser. Like, yeah, I kind of hung out with like a lot of like stereotypical what people would consider losers. They didn't go to college. They didn't have like active careers they were pursuing. Like, you know, they had summer jobs, whatever. So they weren't like super cool. They weren't super attractive. They didn't have a bunch of women going for them. They weren't even going out a lot. Like, literally, we just hung out in their backyards and smoked weed together and listened to music. That's what we used to do when we hung out together. Like, none of these people were super cool or you know what I mean? Like, but she got to know him and she liked him and she fell in love with him. And at first when she looked at him, she was like, ew, I can never see myself with that guy. He had super long hair. I always liked guys with long hair. My friend never liked guys with long hair. She used to make fun of me for the guys that I was personally attracted to, like singers and bands and stuff, guys with long hair. She was like, ew, they look like women, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We had two completely different types of guys that we were attracted to, which, like, for me and my girl best friend totally worked for us because we were never attracted to the same guy, right? But she ended up meeting my best friend. And at first she was like, ew, he's totally not my type. And then she got to know him and she ended up falling for him. And this has happened to me with guys too. Guys that I thought were totally not my type. And then I sit down and I talk to them for a little bit. And I'm like, wow, I think I actually like this guy. Like, and he visually becomes more attractive as well. And that's what we're trying to explain.
Your friends are, you picking and choosing who's going to win. And that's what he means by the men that, like certain type of men can be around you and you're like, he's not gonna be my friend. How many times you ever told a guy, I can't be your friend? Like, you like him so much, I cannot be your friend. That's disrespectful for even telling me that I'm your friend. Women are putting the guys in the friend zone that they choose to be in the friend zone. The men that they like, they're not putting in the friend zone. They'll pretend to the guy that you're in the friend zone. The only way a lot of us that I have friends, if a woman wants to be around you hoping she'll upgrade, like that kind of friend.
I have no idea what this friend zone talk has to do with anything that we're talking about right now.
Or she's hoping she can get men that you hang out with typically if you associate with that guy. There's a lot of women that would try to be around us so they feel like where they can upgrade or they can get the guys who are around us because we were certain caliber of guys. But women do choose who wins and women will choose who they make friends. All Angryman is saying is, why don't you have that same type of energy for the guy, these friends, instead of the guy that you won't get, but you may like him and he makes you go, you're found upon him. Yeah, we'll do that for the women that we supposedly aren't our type because we can date down and we can make her our.
I literally just explained how my best friend met a guy who was not her type, who was not attracted to him, and then because she got to know him, gave him a chance and fell in love with him. And he's sitting here like, you guys literally will never do that. Because we will date down. Because we are the superior moral beings as men. And that's what we will be willing to do. Which is funny because they literally said they had an entry level of you have to be this attractive or we will not like you as men. So it's actually the opposite thing of what they're saying. We're actually explaining that women will actually give people a chance that aren't typically their type off the bat, where they are saying, no, you know, if you don't have big boobs, we're just not going to like you. And that's not going to happen. And they literally can't fucking see that. They're the ones saying it themselves. It's fucking insane. It is the most gaslighty shit, honestly, ever. Like, maybe not ever, because MAGA is so fucking gaslighty too. It is up there with fucking MAGA gaslighting. Like, it's so bad, though. It's, how do they not see it? They literally said this a couple minutes ago. How men, like, oh, if she doesn't have big titties and a big booty, then we're not going to be attracted to her. And I even said, I was like, because I'm pretty sure I saw like a poll where the number one thing men was attracted to was confidence. And I was trying to give them like the upper hand, and they were like, no, it's just looks. They only care about looks. So I'm like, all right, I don't think like all guys are that shallow, but if that's what you're saying guys are, then sure, I guess, like, I'll take your word for it. Like, I believe you. I guess guys are just super shallow and like literally only care about looks, and that's entry level just for dating. But now they're saying like, oh no, but we're willing to date down. It doesn't fucking make sense. They contradict themselves all the fucking time.
Favor, we can make the Humpback from Notre Dame our Pocahontas. You'll never let that guy ever not be a Lamborghini to you that you don't see as a Lamborghini. So we can see you as a 10. You'll never let that 5 be a 10 in your eyes. And that's why a lot of women hate it when they.
I literally just explained that exact concept to you.
When they settle. And Chris Rock was talking about this. I think a comedian was talking about this. There's times a man will look up, turn and look to the side.
I'm over it. You can hear me
sighing.
sighing.
Disgust because she's settled. It's just like, I'm with this guy that I didn't pick. He's a good guy. He does all the things I need, but I can't stand him. And you just won't admit the fact that the toxic guys, you'll end up leaving, or he have to leave you. But the guys y'all don't like, you'll say y'all grew apart. We grew apart. We grew apart.
Yeah, and that's what happened with her friend in Goat Boy.
No.
When she said he looked like a goat or he was ugly or whatever, she said, yeah, she got to know him. Yeah, they had a conversation and he said something that she figured she could benefit from. And
I'm sorry. This is such a major jump and major assumption that they want to be super true because they just think women are all super toxic and terrible beings. They don't know shit. They're just making this shit up. I'm talking about real life experience, shit that has happened. They are talking about hypotheticals that have not happened. You know, maybe, obviously, somewhere out of the 7 billion people that exist in the world or whatever it is now, has happened. But this is not what I'm talking about. Why does it have to go to, oh, know what? No, she was lying. She wasn't actually attracted to him. She just figured out a way that she could use him. A way that he could benefit her. And she lied about being attracted to him. She lied about falling in love with him. And she just figured out a way that she could use him. Why does he automatically go to the most shallow fucking way for my friend to have found my other friend attractive? Why? Because they think women are super shallow, immoral, toxic beings. And that is the truth. And that is the problem that Mantis eventually has had. Like when Mantis comes on later, and this will come back into play, she confronts Angryman for being like, why do you have to dismiss everything that women do all the time? This is an example of that right now. My friend got to know a guy that she initially wasn't attracted to. And as she got to know him, she really liked his personality. She learned that she liked his personality. Even though he didn't have a stable job. He didn't have an apartment. He didn't have a car. He didn't have anything except for his charisma. And she ended up falling in love with him because of just that. There was nothing for her to benefit from. He didn't have some kind of like family wealth. Okay? He didn't have anything like that besides his charisma. And she ended up really liking him and falling for him at the time. Even though she initially was not attracted to him. He was not her type. But she got to know him and he became her type. And that is the authentic story that we are fucking trying to tell. But they will just, they can't accept it.
That's when her opinion changed.
He literally had,
Well,
he
your
was not a
physical
Lamborghini.
appearance changes to women. Their physical, like literally, the way that women view men based on their personality changes the physical appearance.
Attractiveness,
proof of
yeah.
that? Where's the
You
proof
can
of
prove
that?
it. You can prove it. You can prove it. Once
Look, Lucky is nodding too. She gets it too. She's nodding. She gets it. All women get this.
you can, one second, you can prove it. Prove it. Prove that it was not what Angwyman said. Prove.
Prove it. Fucking prove it. Let me get my friend on here right now. Even though if I did, you would still tell her that she was a liar to her face because that's what you called me. You're just going to call everybody liars that you disagree with because it doesn't follow your fucking narrative that men are the superior moral beings and men are just and women are just toxic, shallow pieces of shit. It doesn't follow that narrative of yours, so you're just going to call us fucking liars when we get up here and talk about our lives authentically. Like, fuck you. There's no point having a conversation with you when you are just this fucking disingenuous. There was literally nothing about this guy that he had to benefit, like that she had to benefit from. He wasn't super rich. He wasn't dating. There wasn't other girls going after him. He hadn't had a girlfriend, and
Ghosty is not dead.
he hadn't had a girlfriend in like 2 years. Like he was just a normal.
He's not dead. Ghosty is not dead. He's not dead. Listen, please, to what he said.
I fucking listen. Don't fucking gaslight me. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind because rewatching this is fucking wild. It really fucking is. Now they're acting like I didn't listen. Like I didn't just hear Angryman say, no, it's because, oh God, now I'm going to make myself look stupid because I can't remember exactly what he said. Because she used him. She found something that she could benefit from him. And she didn't actually find him attractive. Yada, 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 yada. Yeah, we're straight up telling you.
If you see me, like, we literally talk about dual mating strategy, right? Woman liking men, not because they are super attractive, but because the man has something that actually makes the woman tick. She wins something. She gets something from being...
Like his personality. Oh, what am I about to say?
Something that actually makes the woman tick. She wins something. She gets something from being
like he's
next
funny.
to you, right?
Yes. Funny guys,
No.
for example,
No.
are like
No, but-
women.
but-
No.
Hey,
Are like,
Ghosty,
yo, I'm
one
attracted
second,
to you
Ghosty.
now. That
Wait, was he funny?
Yes, he's a funny guy.
Was he the life of the party?
No, he wasn't a
Did he have the
partier.
group? Did he have the group? Did he have the solid group of friends where he was a part of?
Me and another guy that smoked weed in his parents' backyard. Literally, that's what we did. He had like two friends, 3 friends, maybe.
Did
He didn't
he
go
have the
out.
access?
He didn't have money.
So
Fatty, I want to agree with you.
He didn't have
I wanna
nothing.
agree with you.
He didn't even have a car. He didn't have a car. He didn't have a job. He literally lived in his fucking childhood bedroom in his mom's house. Okay? And we were like 20 at this point. 21, maybe. He was literally like one of the last people out of the friend group to get a job. I don't even know how he fucking did it. He might have been like selling weed here and there. But like honestly, I don't even know how he did it. But because the rest of us just had jobs and we were providing weed and we would just light up joints and let him smoke, like he just kind of rode along. Like he was not fucking anything. Like he didn't have anything to give her besides his personality and his charisma. And that's what I'm trying to tell these people. But they just refuse it. Hey, Neve.
He didn't have nothing special.
Here's the better question. Are they still together?
Hold on, wait.
Here's a better question. Are they still together? Like, that means fucking anything. Whenever they can't come up with... Okay, so, like, for example, people have asked before, like, have you ever dated a guy that was, like, 5'6"? And I'm like, yeah, First of all, I'm 5'1", so a guy that's 5'6", like, doesn't even bother me. Like, height has never been a thing for me. And they're like, well, you're not together anymore. And it's like, okay, but the point is I gave them a chance. You think I dated this person for like 5 months and broke up with him because I all of a sudden realized 5 months later he is 5'6"? No. Like, they always come to this when they can't fucking fight your actual argument. They're like, oh, well, they're not together still. The majority of relationships do not work out. Like, overwhelmingly, the majority of relationships do not work out. Okay? It, like, 50% of marriages fucking work out. And how many people do people date before they get married? And that's okay. It's okay for relationships not to work out. Like, that's what dating is. It's a trial and error. Okay? So, but the majority of relationships, you get together, you realize you're not for each other for a million various different reasons, and you break up, and they think that actually proves a point. The point is, my friend met my other friend who was not initially a guy that was her type. He had long shaggy hair. He was kind of like a grungy kind of guy. She liked clean cut, kind of like stereotypical like jockey guys. She liked clean cut guys like that. So she was not attracted to him at first. And then she met him. He didn't even have a car. He didn't have an apartment. He didn't have a stable job. And she really liked his charisma, and she liked his personality, and they ended up dating for over a year, and she fell in love with this guy. Why they broke up is irrelevant to the point that we are talking about right now, that women's attraction for men can change based on their personality. Somebody might not be a woman's stereotypical or typical type. And because of his personality, she will grow attraction for this person. And that happens. Lucky was agreeing. HQ was agreeing. Tom said he experienced this. I said I've experienced this. I said this is how my two friends ended up dating. Like, we are trying to explain that this happened. For whatever reason that they broke up is fucking relevant. But they ran out of excuses to try to break apart what we are talking about. So now they're going to like, are they still together? Are two people who dated when they were 20 years old still married today, 11 years later? Like, that means something.
Are they still together?
Yeah,
I want to
did
build
they
a
get
bridge here.
married?
I think
Yeah, did they get married? You think you're so fucking smart.
there's a
Like,
difference here.
did it
I
go
think there's
anywhere?
a-
Did
sorry,
it
does
go
it
anywhere?
prove
Anything?
Are they?
I'm sorry, does it prove anything? No, it fucking doesn't.
No, are they still
Yeah, it proves a
together?
lot, actually.
Really, what does it prove? Because the majority of
Oh.
relationships
What does it
end up
prove?
not working out.
Did you answer the question?
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, they're
I
not
wanna
Could you-
together
could you
because they
ask the
dated in their
question?
early
I think
20s, and most
I-
relationships
could you-
then don't
could you
work out.
answer-
Fucking
Could
shit.
you please answer the question?
I just did.
Are they still together?
No, because they
right?
were in their early 20s, and most relationships don't work out.
You know
It
why-
literally
you know why-
doesn't prove
you know why-
anything.
You know why it does? You know why they're not together? You know why they?
The whole point is that she gave him a chance in the first place because he wasn't even her type to begin with. And they dated for a year. That's the whole fucking point. God, they think they're so fucking smart. Like, where are they? Where are their brains? Like, back to earth. Hello?
Not
You're
together.
moving the goalpost. Yeah?
Do you know why they're not together? Hold on. Do you know why they're not together?
Yeah, I do.
Because when she first looked at him, she thought he looked like a goat.
No, it's because he became a heroin addict and started treating her terribly,
Oh
so
my
they
God,
broke up.
what cares about these?
That's the fucking reality. So that's what happened. Alright, now this. Because I said that. Because I said my friend ended up becoming addicted to heroin. And she was not addicted to heroin. And she could not put up with that anymore, which is 100% fair. A year into the relationship, he got addicted to heroin. And she was like, you know what? I can't date you anymore. You're treating me like shit. And to be honest, I couldn't be friends with him at this time in my life because he was a really shitty person when he was on heroin. He treated people like shit and he was super selfish. When he got clean, we became friends again. But yeah, like I said, I'm an ex-heroin addict. Yes, I run in a circle that people did drugs. My girlfriend who was dating him did not do heroin. She could not put up with that. So they ended up breaking up. That's why. It had nothing to do with the fact that she initially was not attracted to him. Why would she date him for a year? If she was not initially, if she did not end up growing attraction for him. They literally make no fucking sense. Alright, so this is what fucking breaks Angryman. So I tell him that my friend got addicted to heroin, and all of a sudden, the conversation explodes and turns into drugs. So they think that I'm upset because they start making fun of druggies. What I'm really upset about is the fact that they didn't even understand the point. The point that I've been saying this whole time is that the fact that they broke up because my friend ended up becoming a heroin addict had nothing to do with the fact that she initially was not attracted to him, and because of his personality, she ended up becoming attracted to him, and they dated for a year. They skipped over that because I said heroin, and that was like an immediate escape for them to get out of this conversation that they knew they were wrong about. Okay, so now we're about, like, after I watch Angryman fucking freak out about this whole thing, then we're gonna react to the actual reaction video. You want everything to be so black and white. Reality isn't like that.
Why are all like that? Reality is absolutely like that.
It's not like that, actually.
Reality is
I know you have a fucking
like
pea brain and can't think past fucking elementary school level.
Hold on for a second. Wait. Hold on for a second. Let me ask a question. Hold on for a second. Ghosty, are you married?
Funny, I said heroin, and then now she's calling me a meth addict. She said I have meth brain. Just like, by the way, I'm clean. But she, like, these are the kind of jabs that I've been getting from Smell the Roses the entire night. Like I said, I skipped over the part where she said, oh, your boyfriend thinks you're crazy. Your boyfriend's never going to marry you. You're never going to get married. You're a crazy feminist, blah, 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 blah. And the one time I eventually call her a bitch 4 hours into all these fucking personal remarks she's been making about me, I'm the bad person. I just, like, need to keep pointing that out. No, I'm in a long-term relationship.
I'm married. Wonderful
Congratulations.
Wonderful relationship. You know why I'm married and have been married for years? You know why?
Because you're older than me?
Because I actually know what the hell I'm talking.
Literally, how old is he? Like, fucking 40? Okay, he has 10 years on me. I'm sure by the time I'm 40, I'll be married. Like, congratulations! Because I know what I'm actually talking about. You literally fucking don't. You actually don't, though.
Talking about.
When I'm your age, I'm sure I'll have the same story.
I actually know what the hell I'm talking about.
Okay, so maybe the marriage thing happens here because hear how she was like, you won't be. You won't be. I literally have not put down men once this entire panel. Mind you, I have not said any crazy feminist takes. Besides the fact that, yes, women sometimes eventually get attracted to men because of their personalities, even though the guy might not initially be her type. Is that really that fucking mind-bending for them to handle? It's actually fucking insane. It drives me crazy because I'm not saying anything crazy here, but they act like I'm a fucking alien. It's, I'm sorry, that's why okay. I'm gonna keep going because it really is maddening. Like, I haven't said anything crazy this whole time. I haven't put down men once. Literally, I said, men sometimes also date toxic people when they're young, just like women do. I conceded that women, yes, date toxic people when they're young sometimes. That happens. Men do the same thing, and their brain broke immediately when I said men do it too. They can't handle it. They literally can't handle the truth.
You won't.
Okay. So
I'm
so
in a
here's the-
relationship,
here's the
bitch. What the
thing.
fuck? Like, why are you
So
saying I'm
You'll be
not?
married, but you won't be
here's the thing.
married.
I will be.
Angryman,
You won't be married. No, you won't. Like, why the fuck would she say that? I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to call her a bitch because of that? Because that is super fucking bitchy. I just said I am in a committed relationship right now. And just because I don't know how old fucking Roses is, but she's obviously older than me. Okay? Just because I'm not married at this moment and people get married at different ages in their life. It's just, I do not put any weight on even marriage, right? I'm in a better relationship than probably like 40, if not more, % of marriages. And I'm not married, right? My relationship is healthier than a lot of marriages out there. So I don't put weight on that. But it's just her fucking tone and her dismissing the importance of my relationship really fucking bothers me. Because I'm passionate about him. I really love him. I know he loves me. And it's really annoying because feminists often get painted that we're going to be single forever. And yeah, I guess that like honestly triggered me a little bit because I know I have a super healthy committed relationship, and just her fucking, honestly, you know what it is? It's just her fucking like squeaky tone. I think it just triggers me. It's just like, no, you're not. Like, like she's just like giggling on the side. She hasn't talked this whole time. She's just like, you're not gonna get married. No, you're not. Like, it just, yeah, it's just, ugh. Fucking, yeah, it's just fucking annoying.
All right,
Okay, sure. If that makes you feel better at night, that's fine.
Let me know
Okay,
when
so
you get engaged.
I want to
Let
build
me
a
know when
bridge
you're
here,
divorced.
'cause,
Now you
Hey,
can't
wait,
build
Tom,
the
wait,
now you
Tom,
can't
Tom.
build the bridge. No, there's no bridge. The ladies first show.
no,
Let them
there
make
is a
it.
bridge.
It won't
There is a
happen.
bridge.
There's not the bridge, Tom. I love you, Tom, but you get ladies first. I can't do that, Tom.
My
Let him
2.5
handle it.
year relationship means nothing apparently because I'm a feminist. Yep.
To my 18 years of marriage, with watching you women with the same pattern, with the same talking points, get up here weekend after weekend, stress to all of us, the reason why you're chronically single.
I'm not single though, so it's really funny that you're saying that.
But if
I'm in
you're
a
not married, you're
healthy
single.
relationship.
If a man hasn't put a ring on your finger and committed himself to you in front of the world, you are single, young lady.
I'm not
And
single.
you're
Actually,
single,
I'm in a committed
I
relationship.
guarantee you he hasn't put a ring on your finger in these 2 years because you
Tell me
have
why.
these feminist
Tell me
weird
why.
things about you.
Yeah, that's why. Because I'm a feminist. Like, he doesn't fucking know. Like, he doesn't know I do these fucking streams. Like, we don't have conversations. Like, he doesn't help me practice for debates. Like, for fun. Like, we don't agree on everything. But honestly, the feminism part, that's not even, like, anything. He mostly agrees with me, honestly, on most things. Like, we might have, like, slightly different takes on some things. But not really about feminism. So I don't know. It's just really funny, and I'm just so sick of people just like Roses being like, no, you know what? Because you're not a traditional conservative woman, you're never gonna get married, and no man's gonna like you. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Believe it or not, there's actually women as liberated as I am who can actually have committed, healthy relationships, who don't have to act like a fucking dog and like bark for their husbands like a little bitch or something like you do. I'm sorry that you didn't get that, but that's how my life is. Yeah, it's like you literally know fucking nothing about me or my boyfriend or my fucking life. So you can put yourself on a fucking high little pedestal. I also haven't said again anything fucking crazy this entire panel. Like, I haven't said any radical feminist shit. I'm not a rad femme. I'm like a pretty normal liberal feminist. Like tell me what crazy, please someone explain to me what radical crazy thing I have said on this panel. Please, somebody, literally somebody, tell me. I haven't said fucking anything crazy. It's insane. it's super gaslighty. Like, oh, what have I said? I said that sometimes women are not initially attracted to men until they get to know them, and then they might find a guy attractive, like based on his personality, and become attracted to him. Is that really that fucking crazy? No, it's not. Angryman is a uneducated high school dropout and an idiot. He really fucking is. He clearly has zero life experience because... so he either has zero life experience or he's a 100% grifter that grifts to the angry single men in his audience that want to believe that women are just toxic, shallow, immoral beings and men are the superior, moral, amazing beings. And so all their failed relationships haven't worked out because it's the women's fault. So they get validation from Angryman. You did say something crazy, Ghosty, by saying sex ruins people's futures, and I did called you out on that. When did I say sex ruins people's futures? I definitely didn't say that on this panel, and I don't remember ever saying that. That doesn't sound like something I agree with. Angry Boy banned me because I made fun of his dog collection. Angryman only talks like that to black people? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he ends up calling me the N-word on this panel. And he ends up calling me a bitch. He tells me to go shoot up. He says a lot of fucking things. So we're going to get to that. I never said sex ruins people's futures. You're miscategorizing that. There's more context to that. I don't know what you're referring to, but I would never say like sex ruins people's futures. Pedal stool and whatever the fuck. And think you're so much better than me.
I'm not anywhere better than you, and I'm not saying that. But since
you
come
are
up here, you've been talking about a lot of toxicity and a lot of.
Tell me exactly what I should have asked her. What exactly have I said that was toxic? Please tell me. Literally, tell me what I said. Women date. Sometimes women fall for the bad boy tropes when they're young, and men do too. What's crazy about that? I was young. When 10 years ago, when I was young, yes.
You're speaking of your current friend circle as if they're dating.
I literally said it was like in my early 20s.
Druggies.
I said in their early 20s. I said this is why they broke up, because they were dating in their early 20s.
I don't know nobody that dated a heroin addict. I'm sorry.
My one recovered heroin addict goat friend is married now with 2 children.
The guy.
But he's not married to her. Is she married?
No, she is. She is married. She's married to a man in the Air Force.
Did she think he was a goat?
Oh, wow. Crazy. Oh my god. See how that doesn't prove fucking shit though? Like, they're just trying so fucking hard.
When she first saw him?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly.
She just got married, I forgot. Exactly.
Got him.
I proved your point. Relationships break up sometimes. That's
now, Tom, you can extend the breach, Tom. Now you can do it. It's fine.
You're a fucking detective, dude.
I'm Angry Columbo. The point that I was
talking about reality.
The point that I was trying to make is this. No, the reality is you have friends that date heroin addicts, and that's crazy. But
he wasn't a heroin addict. All right, so this is a part when they start going off on the heroin shit because I literally just proved them wrong. So they just start trying to pose me and my friends as bad people because we had drug addictions in our past. So now everything we say is completely invalid. And then the funny part is he tells me that I'm a liar about my past. Like, I come up here and I talk real shit about my fucking life to the point where they use it against me. They're laughing at me, calling me a bad person. You have heroin addicts in your friend circle, and then they're gonna fucking call me a liar. Like, fuck you, seriously. Addict when they started dating. That's the fucking point. Like,
you brought it up. You said it. You didn't even have to say it.
You asked me why they broke up.
You didn't even have to say it. You didn't.
You asked me why they broke up? I told you why they broke up. That's the fucking truth. She didn't break up with him because initially because he wasn't her type, and then she got to know him and she was attracted to him, and then she realized a year later, like, oh wow, a year ago he wasn't my type. I guess I'm gonna break up with him now. Is that really the point he was trying to make?
Have to put his business out there. Look.
Remember the opioid epidemic?
Hey,
Yeah, that
no.
was a
One
thing.
second. No, Ghosty. So imagine this, Ghosty, right? On the black community, and I'm a foreigner. I don't know nothing about the black community. You did the similar of a black woman coming in and says, I dated a crackhead. Like, everybody's going to be like, what? Like, how do you go from, getting a dude, and now he's a crackhead? Like, there says to be steps from A to Z, where he goes from, I like this dude, and now he's a crackhead.
Addictive person. Wow, it's like they have no idea how life works. This is what I mean. They really think in black and white. They're like, wow, how could like someone become an alcoholic within a year of time? Like, they just start dating and then a year later they were an alcoholic? Like, how does that happen? Like, have you lived life? Have you met humans? Especially in their early 20s, people fuck up. It's funny because these are the people coming on here like trying to tell people about real life, and they have like apparently zero life experience. I'm not saying you need to do drugs to have life experience, but you understand that a lot can happen over a year, right? Especially in your early 20s. Like, not everything is like, oh, I dated him, and then I realized he didn't give me social status, so I broke up with him. Brr. Like, they literally act like zero critical thinking skill people. I'm sorry, I'm not like even trying to be mean, but this is the mindset I feel like I'm arguing with. They have zero room for nuance or any life experience. Personalities are just a crazy mystery that never ever.
How does she go from meeting a guy to is a heroin addict? Like, how does
you come up here to talk about black and white situations that don't exist in reality? I talk about fucking truth and real shit that people go through.
Here's the thing, Fatty. I don't know how it is in Portugal, but over here, a heroin addict is actually lower than a crackhead. I'm just saying. But here's the thing. But here's the thing, right? The reason why I said what I said.
How dare I be friends with a heroin addict? Oh my god.
You seem to be. I mean, you seem pretty triggered. Look.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying that people still like have these fucking crazy. It's fucking annoying that people are harping on the heroin thing when I literally disproved them wrong, because the whole point was that they didn't break up because of his looks. They didn't break up because of his social status. They broke up for a completely different reason. But because I said the word heroin, the whole panel is just like, heroin? Drugs? What? And it's like they use that as a way to deflect from the actual topic at hand, because I just proved them wrong right to their faces. And now they're using that as a way to get out of that. They're using it as an escape.
Annoying that people are speaking on something you brought up?
It's annoying that I fucking say somebody was addicted to heroin and everybody loses their fucking mind. Like,
heroin. What are we talking about right now?
Hey, no, come on, ghosty. Like there's a gigantic.
I didn't explain it right. Like I said, it's not that they're losing their minds because I said heroin. Well, it's that, but it's also because they moved off topic. They're not addressing my original point. They're talking about the heroin. They're not talking about the original point about the women being attracted to men's personalities.
Gigantic range that you throw there. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're expecting kids to be kids and all of this because he had the right. Like, if I meet this woman,
in their early 20s.
No. Oh, wait. Only 20 men are doing heroin.
That makes it better.
They were like 21 when this happened.
The younger they are when it happens, yes, we're more likely to get addicted.
That doesn't make it better, bro.
Hey, let me ask you something. One second.
Now they're acting like Tom's excusing heroin because they're 20. Like, they're just.
former heroin addict. I'm a
No,
recovered heroin addict.
One second, Tom.
I'm a former heroin addict. I'm a
that
recovered
doesn't-
heroin addict.
Tom, you can't do
You
that,
guys-
Tom.
That
Tom,
doesn't
you
make
too.
sense.
No.
It doesn't
Tom,
make
you
sense.
too. Come on, Tom.
There is
So, well,
no,
the
there is
problem-
no, there is no age that is appropriate to be a heroin addict.
Oh,
Okay,
Sorry.
so
Congratulations.
The difference, I
don't
think,
even
goes to
think
the
Congratulations,
difference in
what?
they were saying.
Wait, Tom, hold on for a second.
I'm saying congratulations because he thinks he's like being brave and heroic here. Like, there is no appropriate age to be a heroin addict. Like, wow, that is fucking enlightening. Like, who knew? Who fucking would have thought? He acts like he's like saying something of meaning here. Everybody knows there's no good age to do heroin. Nobody should do heroin, and he's trying to clap for himself. So I'm sarcastically clapping for him, and he freaks out.
Hold on for a second.
Do you think you're so brave?
Hold on for a second.
Do you
Hold
think
on for a second.
you just said heroin
Hold on
is
for a second.
bad?
Hold on for a second.
All right, we're about to get to the.
Chill out. Let's have one mic, please.
Hold on, because Tom is trying to save her on this. Number one,
I got you, Lucky. I got
no
you.
one said that everyone is bad. Being a heroin addict is bad.
I understand.
And
You're
the fact-
acting like
why
you're
are you
brave for saying
offended?
heroin is
Then
bad.
why are you offended?
No, I'm just making fun of you because you're just like heroin
you
is
can't
bad,
make fun of
guys.
me.
Like,
You
well,
can't make fun of
obviously,
me.
which is why
You
they
hang out
broke
with
up.
heroin addicts.
No, it's funny
You can't
because
make fun of me.
you were trying to
You
tell
hang
me
out
that
with
my
heroin
friend broke
addicts.
up with my friend
You
because he
hang
was
out with
ugly or
druggies. How
whatever.
can you make fun of me when you hang out with druggies?
There you go.
Used to.
There you
Used
go.
to, allegedly.
Like, don't
Friends.
nobody want to hear that goofy ass shit. She up here trying to sit on a fucking high horse, and she brought up heroin
That's what
addict.
you're doing.
Everything.
Literally what
One
you're
second.
doing.
Everything.
Goddamn right. I'm on a high horse.
Brother.
All right, so it goes on a little bit more than that. So now we're getting to the tea. We're getting to the real tea. Now we're going to react to the reaction to the end of this panel, okay? Everybody, this is the part everybody is talking about. Everybody skips all the context that I just showed you, okay? And everybody's reacting to solely this part. So let's get into it.
Welcome back. I'm sure we got ourselves another video. We got ourselves a Fatty and Ali video again. Angryman is gonna lose his mind like 3 times. I don't know what it is. He gonna lose his mind. Ali, Fatty, y'all know I watched the video, but I have a time limit. I have a highlight time limit. I can't just do a whole video. But what we about to listen to, the conversation is gonna be about Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. Angryman gonna say Klay Thompson's a sucker. I'm gonna be honest with you. The nigga a sucker. He is. He's a sucker. All right. The women on the panel are almost all of them, except for maybe not Smell the Roses, but I don't know for a fact that she is. But I don't think she gonna agree with the women. But the women saying no, he's not. He got with a successful woman who's good. And like they pretend like she was a good woman. Or they were saying that we don't know if she's good, which is crazy for you, like for Megan Thee Stallion, for you to say that you don't know if she's a good lady.
I literally know nothing about Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I don't keep up with celebrities like that. I know a couple of her songs. Like, I don't even know her lyrics. I know she's a female rapper. She was pretty successful in like 2020 or something like that. I don't know anything about her personal life. I don't know anything about her dating life. I literally could not tell you. Like, we all know Drake. Like, if I were to judge people by their lyrics, I would think Drake was like an actual gangster. We all know he grew up in the suburbs in Canada with like a lawyer and a doctor mom. So that's just not true. Like, I just can't judge people by their lyrics solely based on, like, you know what I mean? Like, judge their entire lifestyles. So I literally know nothing about Meg Thee Stallion. I'm just going to say that.
Megan Thee Stallion? Anybody who act like Megan Thee Stallion is a good person is being disingenuous. It's safe for you to just say she's not. It's just safe to say that. I guess we don't have all the facts, but this conversation is gonna get pretty heated, and this bit gonna take a turn. But hold up, just hitting this video needs you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste some more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you didn't know what that was?
He's gonna marry her because he's a sucker.
Absolutely.
That's why.
Why? Okay, so wait. Earlier, you made it seem like women put these titles on men. Why are men calling him a sucker? He's successful. He's achieved more than the average man. He has the options. Why is he considered a sucker?
Because he's successful, and that's who he chose to be with.
And on top of the fact that they keep calling Russell Wilson.
No,
having money and being that don't make you not a sucker. I was kind of wild. Being a sucker is a person who is easily got. If I sell you a car and the car ain't got no tires on it, and it's on bricks, I got it sitting on bricks, but I tell you that don't worry, this is a trustworthy car. Now it's on bricks. You are a sucker if you just believe me that this car is a reliable car. A naive or an easily gotten person is a sucker.
So what they're actually saying is that men are the ones out here actually judging guys and calling them suckers, and it's not so much women, because it's you guys calling him the sucker, not us.
He doesn't need to be with a successful woman.
He
just needs to be with a good woman.
But I thought men choose what they want at that level.
Well, here's the thing.
Angwyman, can you explain that exactly what happened there? Because I want to know, and then please, Roses, Ghosty, and my boy Nunu.
Okay, his woman doesn't have to be successful because he's infinitely successful.
I get
There's nothing that she can bring.
But you're bringing a need. We're talking about men who have options to want. So he wants her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he also wants to look. Check this out.
So men have problems that he wants.
Listen.
He wants to be with Megan Thee Stallion. He does not want what's gonna come with her, but everybody else knows what comes with her.
Wait, how do you know that? I'm sorry. So are you saying, so apparently I also don't know who this Clay or Clark or whoever this guy is. I think he's a basketball player. I don't know who he is. So are you calling him stupid? Like he doesn't know who Meg Thee Stallion is? Because you just said in the initial intro that we can all assume that she's a bad person based off of, I don't even know what, to be honest. Like maybe there is stuff about her that has come out that says she's a bad person. I personally don't know that. But yeah, so he's like, are you saying he's just oblivious? Like everybody else knows that what comes with her, but he doesn't?
Her. That's the reason why he's a sucker. Unless you're telling me he wants toxicity. A nigga who's in a sport, he's in the NBA, where your image, if you have a flawed image, it can make you lose your job. He doesn't want that. So yes, he's a sucker. He's getting got because he believes that she's not gonna bring toxicity. She's gonna not be a problem. That's a sucker.
The biggest column in the lost column, whenever accountants do millionaires.
Hold on, I'm so sorry. I need to get some water. I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Taxes is always the divorce column. He wants her, but I would imagine he wants to keep his money too.
That's true.
So
there's legalities to keep that in place, and I'm sure she wants to keep her money too.
She ain't got to worry about losing her money in that scenario with what he made. Clay ain't got to worry about that at
She
all.
ain't got that Holly Berry, right?
Yeah.
So people in that status, they can only date certain type of people, because if they go date regular people, you run a risk of somebody only wanting you for your money. That's what I hear a lot of men say. So
Okay,
now
you think Meg don't want him for his money?
no, I don't. I think she want him for, I think
What? She make about the same amount as he do.
What the did I just hear?
No,
she don't. Nowhere.
You see, HQ, that look away, go to the corner, go sit in the corner with your dumb ass. Why would you say something like that? Megan Thee Stallion, first off, I don't even think she can sell out shows anymore. Haven't they been saying that her shows, they be covering this?
I also really don't like how they talk about HQ. I just think that's disrespectful, but anyways.
Seats to make it look like it's full. HQ, why are you speaking? You know Klay Thompson is the second best three-point shooter.
I don't know who the fuck Klay Thompson is. I've never heard of him. I've heard of Meg Thee Stallion. I've never heard of fucking Klay Thompson, though. Just saying.
I think in history, I think he's like the second best in history, because him and Stephen Curry were the biggest problems any person have ever met. And you just act like Megan Thee Stallion makes as much money as him. Don't worry. She been doing meth in a soda can, a sody pop meth.
No, she does not.
What I'm saying,
she doesn't.
What I'm saying is sometimes we think it's just the money, but sometimes it's the status and what you do to clean up my record. It ain't about the money.
We get that. She's trying to get him to clean up her image, right, by being with him. But here's the thing, right?
So she's using
him. I
him.
wouldn't care if they made the same amount of money. The only thing a woman like more than spending her money is spending a nigga's money. Okay, so let's get that out the way.
She bought him a $250,000 watch. I think she's cool with spending her money on him.
Hey, friends, respectfully, please. Clay's earned like $350 million without sponsors, no nothing. This is a completely different type of money. Klay Thompson, other than Stephen Curry, is the king of one of the biggest states in the United States that could be one of the biggest economies if it was a country. This man is 0.10,001% of the population. He is a winner. He's a winner when it comes to money, when it comes to status, when it comes to family. He's the son of an NBA player. He comes from money too. Like he comes from a good family.
If she wants him, she's gonna clean up everything she needs to.
But here's the thing.
He fell in love with a whore.
Here's the thing. Here's the reality, right? Here's the reality. The reality is her buying him.
There's your boy breaking bread. We break bread.
$250,000, $250,000 watch is like a regular chick buying a regular dude a freaking Seiko. That's not a big deal. They're at a different level. They're at a different level financially.
Why do you always have to undermine what women do? Like everything that comes out
because you're trying to undermine men.
Who? Literally fucking who? When? Tell me fucking when. Nobody on this fucking panel once undermined men or said anything bad about men. Never. And I will bring that up eventually. I'm sorry. It's just so fucking annoying that he says, like, because you're trying to undermine men. That never happened. Never fucking happened. You just can't answer for yourself.
Right now.
Literally who?
Angryman, you think I'm doing that?
No. They are trying to do that. That's the entire purpose.
Okay, what I'm trying to point out is when we hear men say they don't expect certain things, they don't care about the woman's money. So I would assume it was probably thoughtful because she got him something. I can't say he didn't care. It's just like if you flip and say Offset and Cardi B, she had more money, but I'm sure she was appreciative of the things he bought her when she had more money at that time. So I think sometimes
let's not move past the fact that what you said before. You said that she can easily be using him to clean up her image. If she's using him to clean up her image, she would buy him a gift because it would be a thoughtful gesture to make sure she still get with him and get married.
That is such a stretch. Like, that is some, you know how they say, like, hoe math or whatever? They're like, girl logic? That is some girl logic. Which I wouldn't categorize as girl logic, but, like, basically just like nonsense logic. It's like, oh no, she actually bought him a $250,000 watch because some girl on a panel said that she's probably dating him to clean up her image. We actually have no idea why they're actually dating, but somebody on a panel said that. So that's actually why she bought him a $250,000 watch, so that she could like try to keep him, even though they're also saying at the same time he doesn't give a fuck about a $250,000 watch because he makes like 1 trillion times more money than she does. So her watch doesn't actually matter to him. So, but actually she's trying to do that to try to keep him so that he will marry her, even though he doesn't care about the watch. This is literally the logic they're using right now. Like, okay.
Which means he's a sucker because she's doing these things to secure the marriage. So the sucker part is still correct because that's the original argument right now. She is still doing these things to make sure she's secured in marriage. And it's not marriage because of the things we're talking about. It's marriage to clean up her image. Unless you're saying that that's not what you don't think that's what it is, because that's what you said.
According to her, she wasn't appreciative. Yeah, because she went on a whole tirade and a rant about how nothing he did was about shit. That's what she did. Now, hold on for a second. To Mantis,
Angryman, I got you. I know. I'm going to put you. One second, please. One second. I know. I heard it. Trust me. I'm going to put y'all in the middle immediately. Angryman and Mantis have a chance to go one-on-one. Remember.
I'm gonna put this at 1.5.
Exactly what y'all said, because I heard it. I'm
getting ready for the feminine emotions. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine, and you can throw shots, but no. One second. It's totally. Hey, friends. I will let you.
Bro, you literally let her get a shot off, and now you interrupted me.
She got a shot off, and now you interrupted me. Wah, Angwyman, back at it again.
He's always a victim.
I will. Mantis. You know what? I'm going to do what I haven't did last week, okay? And ladies, I apologize. This is the ladies first. I tried my best. You guys saw it. We're going to go to the same.
Yo, none of that in my chat. Please don't stop. None of that. Delete that. Delete that last comment. I don't do that shit.
Place we go over and over again, not because Angryman wants it, but because Mantis tried to get a moment. So please go ahead, respect your ass. You have 5 minutes to deal what you have to deal, and then we go back to the show. After the 5 minutes, don't say I didn't give you no time. Please go ahead. Y'all got it.
Ladies first. Angryman, go ahead.
Thanks.
Well, there you go. Y'all asked for this. Ghost, you thought that was smart? Mantis, those glasses are too big for your head.
I just want to say real quick, y'all better not ever.
Was that supposed to be funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Aside from the fact that Ghosty, you obviously are probably a drug addict as well. That's why you hang out with drug addicts.
I used to have
Mantis. To Mantis.
Right,
I'm not downplaying anything women do.
Let me delete the. Not delete. Sorry. Let me rewind the past couple of seconds.
Y'all got it. And then we go back to the show. After the 5 minutes, don't say I didn't give you no time. Please go ahead. Y'all got it.
Ladies first. Angryman, go ahead.
Thanks.
Well, there you go. Y'all asked for this. Ghost, you thought that was smart? Mantis, those glasses are too big for your head.
I just want to say real quick, y'all better not ever.
Was that supposed to be funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Aside from the fact that Ghosty, you obviously are probably a drug addict as well. That's why you hang out with drug addicts.
I used to have
to Mantis, I'm not downplaying anything women do. The problem is y'all try to overinflate. Y'all try to overinflate everything you do. You try to overinflate everything you do when actually at the end of the day you don't do shit.
We don't do anything. Don't you think it's a little bit of an underinflation?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you do? But mooch.
This is the problem.
But mooch. Your drains on society.
Women are the prize.
You can keep crying like a woman if you'd like. You can carry on.
Your drains on a society. The fact that you have to call me a woman to insult me proves my point.
The fact that you're getting upset about it proves mine.
The fact that you have to.
The fact that you're getting upset about it proves hers. That is so true.
Vote that I'm a woman proves my point. Why would being a woman be an insult?
That's a fact. That's actually a fact.
It's he thinks this is some big win. It's because it's an insult to him. Angryman, see, okay, and I've been on a couple panels with Angwyman, okay? Angwyman. I've been on a couple panels with him at this point, and he is just so easy to trigger. It's just too easy. It's too fucking easy. It's too fun to do. He reacts to it immediately. He starts screaming. He starts huffing and puffing. And you just can't help it. And all you have to do is do some typical, like, anti-masculine shit. Like, you're a woman. You act like a female. Because, like Mantis is about to explain, he hates females. He thinks women are the epitome of society. So if we call him one, that's clearly going to be an insult to him. Angwyman.
I want to see how you defend it.
Because you hate women.
That was a terrible argument. Let's get one thing straight. If I believe this thing is good, I can't use it as an insult to you. I can't. Or that's why you're straight. Like, it doesn't make sense. Me telling a man, if I believe it is.
No, but if you, okay, so if this guy on the screen hated gay people and I told him he was gay, then that's an easy thing to make him get offended by if he's easily triggered like Angryman is. I don't know if this guy gets as easily triggered as Angryman does, but it's just like an easy example. It's really not like fucking rocket science.
This guy is a homosexual, and I say, stop.
Angryman plays the victim when fire goes back on him. He really does. And then he makes sure that the whole panel talks about his feelings for the next 30 minutes. If somebody insults him, we can't just move on from it. Like, people have been insulting me for the past 3 hours on the panel, and I just move on from it. But when somebody insults Angryman, he makes the entire panel stop and talk about his feelings and talk about who insulted him and why for the next 30 minutes. We can't actually get back to the conversation, and that's what we're about to see.
Being straight, that don't even make sense. At least to me, it don't make sense. I guess that would make sense to certain people. To me, it can't.
Wait, no, that's not an answer. Why would being a woman be an insult?
Because you hate women, so I'm telling you.
Why would being a woman be an insult from your perspective? From your perspective.
I'm telling you something.
From your perspective.
It doesn't insult.
From your perspective, why would being a woman be an insult?
It's not from my perspective.
Just giving you a warning, folks, to anybody wearing headphones, you might want to turn the volume down for the next 10 minutes because Angryman is going to be screaming in your ears like a little bitch. Non-stop.
Use regular math, not girl math.
It is from your perspective, not from my
Use regular math, not girl math.
Anything coming out of my mouth, or
do you have a septum ring? Do you have a septum ring?
Why do you keep yapping like a woman?
Do you have a septum ring?
Engage with.
Do you have a septum ring?
Does it look like it?
Do you have a septum ring? You need one.
Does it look like it?
You need one.
Can we get to the point?
You need one. No, we can't get to nothing I don't feel like getting to, woman.
Okay, you gonna throw a tantrum?
Just not.
Oh, woman. Like, was that supposed to be an insult to an actual woman? I'm confused here. And what was up with the septum ring thing? I don't understand.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Because your shaming tactics don't work. They don't work.
They
They don't work. They don't work.
But my issue with you.
They don't work. They don't work. They don't work. Your shaming tactics don't work. You came up here trying to have a moment, and now here's your moment. Here's your moment. Here comes the woman. I gotta prove to the big bad man that I have a voice, and one woman, hear me roar. Let me put up my little muscle. Come on, let's hear it. Why are you not a drain on society?
It looks like it's working.
Why are you not a drain on society?
So my problem with what Angryman does.
Why are you not a drain on society?
Everything that.
What do you contribute to society?
Sweet Jesus, I ain't gonna lie, right now I'm getting triggered at Angryman. But you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, they asked for this. Her.
We put in a couple of snide remarks, and now he gets to act like a big bitch baby and scream over the rest of the panel for 10 minutes straight. And we just let it happen. I'm sorry, the panel hosts let it happen. And who plays the victim here?
and Ghosty, they asked for this in the beginning. They did what they did. So don't everybody remember, those two took shots in the beginning.
Also, remember, he's saying this is the beginning without showing any of the context that I just showed you guys. I just want to, like, that's why I showed you guys all the context before this reaction video, because they're playing this as if this was the beginning of it. This was actually like the very last 40 minutes of the panel. There was 3 hours of panel happening before this where Angryman was taking shots at me.
He always has.
What do you contribute to society?
I'm just going to keep talking if you're going to.
What do you contribute to society? What do you contribute to society? What do you contribute to society? You don't contribute anything to society. What you're going to do is the exact same thing Megan Thee Stallion is going to do. What you do is you get your wealth from men through divorces after you trick them into marrying you. That's what you do. That's how you get your wealth. You're literally a drain on society. Every single thing that we build and set up is what you benefit from, and then you get up here and run your mouth like we're not the shit when we really are, because if it wasn't for us, you would be living in the woods in a hole. Why are you not a drain on society?
Yep.
Are you going to engage with what I say?
Why are you not a drain on society? You can pull that with all these newbies. I'm old school manosphere. If you want to sit there and not say nothing, I'll fill up the space with my voice. That's what men do. That's what men do. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Crash out. There we go. Crash out.
She has her own
question. Don't save her, Tom. You're not going to answer the question. Why are you not a drain on society?
She makes more than her
Why
fucking
are you
boyfriend.
not a drain on society? Why are you not a drain on society?
Yeah, Tom, I ain't gonna lie to you. Tom, you was attempting to save her. You should sit back, Tom. Us bald people need to learn our place. Sit back.
If a woman.
So they don't know. I have no idea what Tom and Mantis's relationship is, but I know that Mantis is has been Tom's mod on his channel for years. So like they know each other. Like, you know what I mean? They're friends. So it's like that people keep trying to call like Tom a white knight and whatever, like he's trying to save this, because I've heard people say like, oh, he's trying to save this random white girl. If she wasn't white, he wouldn't try to save her. They know each other. So you know what I mean? Also, like, it's a panel. We're allowed to chime in whenever the fuck we want. So
makes enough money to look after herself, how is she a drain on society?
If she makes enough money to look after herself, how is she not a drain on society? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Because you're not contributing shit.
That's your argument?
The question was, how are you not a drain on society? She says, if a woman makes enough money to look out after herself, how is she not a drain on society? How is she a drain on society? They move the goalpost and say, well, you're not contributing. All you asked was, how are you not a drain? What is she draining from society if she works, she pays taxes, she doesn't get government, whatever, she's doing her shit. By the way, working is contributing to society. Literally, any job you do is contributing. You could work at a grocery store, you're still contributing to society. People need retail workers. People need restaurant workers. People need DoorDash deliveries. You, like, the rich people who sit up in their jobs, whatever, doing whatever, wouldn't be able to function without everyday people doing the, you know, the little work, the janitorial work, the garbage men. Society needs all of those people. Fucking dog walkers, fucking school teachers, babysitters. All of this is contributing to society. Artists is contributing to society. Honestly, what would life be without music, without concerts, without theater, without movies, without art shows, without festivals, without like all of, like, literally all the reasons to live for? Sitting down watching a movie with your family is all done because of artists. Like, all of these things are super important to our society and everybody contributes. So I don't understand what the fuck they're arguing here. It's really fucking childish and immature. And again, it's just like men trying to be like on their high horse. Like, we don't need women. Women, you know, without women, we would be fine. It's just like, it's just so fucking old and boring, dude.
You're still talking about what you're doing for yourself. See,
That wasn't the question. You asked her if she was a drain. She said, if I work and I pay for my own shit, how am I draining society? And now he's moving the goalpost and being like, well, you're not contributing. You asked her how she was a drain.
This is the point. You're still talking about what you're doing for yourself. What do you do as a woman that contributes to the society?
If a woman makes enough to support herself and the people around her, how is that not contributing something?
And what is that draining at the same time?
What is that draining? Are you going silent now, motherfucker?
They're laughing. They laugh every time that they don't have an answer. They're just like, oh shit, I got called out. A girl said something stupid.
Are you going silent now, motherfucker? You still didn't answer the question. You still didn't answer the question.
No. There's no calm down. No, there's no calm down. There's no calm down. Let him have it. The timer is up there. You got it.
You didn't.
You helping society is you raising the youth. You giving birth to them and then raising them to replace the others. That's your actual thing that you're supposed to do in society. You getting a job, making money in a job, and taking care of your family. So you getting a job, like that's not your job actually. No one cares. I guess that's the easiest way to say this right now.
I'm pretty sure all the families that rely on 2-income households pretty much care if their wives have a job or get laid off. You literally live in fucking delusional world where you think that 2-parent income households are just non-existent when that is actually the norm. Most families need both parents working their jobs consistently in order to raise their family. And you are literally delusional if you think that women's jobs don't contribute to their families and to the societies. We live in a 2-income household society. Women need to work. And women working contribute. Like it or not, grow the fuck up, stop being a man-child, live in reality.
Like when angry man people say, you are contributing by doing that, but no one cares because no one asked you to do it. It's like the sub guy.
Yeah. Say that to all the husbands who, if their wives lost their job, would be struggling, having to take on extra hours because they rely on a 2-income household income. You're crazy. That is the majority of families.
I went over there to the meat slicer line when nobody asked him to do it. No one cares that you're doing it.
No one cares.
Do your actual job.
What are you contributing to society that doesn't benefit you? That doesn't benefit you solely. What are you?
Now they're moving the goalpost again. Okay, so what are you contributing that doesn't? All right, how are you a drain? Okay, how are you not a drain? Okay, well, I make enough money to pay for my own shit. I pay taxes. Okay, how are you contributing? I go to work every day. I pay taxes. I have a job. Whatever her job is contributing. Okay, well, how are you contributing that only doesn't help yourself? Like, they keep moving the goalpost.
Would you like me to answer the question? Would you like me to answer about me?
Sure. Are you going to add some motherfuckers in there when you do it? Because that was really cute.
Are you talking about me personally or women in general? Because I know you guys like to play this game.
I'm talking about women in general. Talking about women in general.
A woman works, makes enough money to provide for herself and her people around her, her family, and pays taxes and shit. She's already contributing to society.
So women provide for other people other than their children.
What do you think having a job is? Having a job is contributing to society.
I'm not talking you.
So people provide for other people other than their children? How is providing for your children, first of all, by having a job not contributing? They're just moving the goalpost so far. And it's... Oh, God. When will this be over? We're getting through it.
Ghosty, I'm not talking to you. Women, so what you're saying is women provide for other people other than their children.
Wait, everyone's telling me I need to turn my mic up because they want to hear me more than they want to hear you. So give me 1 second.
You notice the deflections every time I ask her a question, right? So she acts like she wants to have the conversation, but then when I actually have the conversation, then she deflects and pretends like she didn't hear what I said. Typical woman shit.
let's make sure that we understand that both of us contribute equally to this society. Your part is not or more important than a woman's part.
What's the woman's part? That's the conversation. What's the woman's part? That's what we want to know. HQ, tell us what's the woman's part, because I already said what the woman part is, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, I really hate this too. So a woman's part is supposed to be raising a family too, right? Or in their mind, it's supposed to be raising a family, right? I'm sorry, are fathers not a super important part of a child's life? Is that not a man's part too? Is raising a family not a father's part? Is that like raising a family is a job that men and women should do together? I hate this idea that women's part is raising the family, men's part is working and fucking off. Like, none of that doesn't make sense. These are the same men who argue that men are more crucial than mothers in children's lives. These are the men who argue that. Yet they argue that it's a women's job to raise a family, which I agree. That is a part of women's jobs, is raising the next generation along with men. Like, that's literally just adults' jobs, is making the next generation and raising them together as a family. It's not just a woman's job to raise her children alone. These are the same men who talk shit on single mothers all the fucking time, yet they say it's just a women's job to raise families, not a man's job. I'm sorry, are fathers not really important in raising children? Because yes, they are, and we need to knock this off, like, right now.
Know if man says or anybody believe in that part.
And a woman's part is not more.
Yeah, women are contributing to society by being professional chair sitters. Absolutely.
Yeah, none of us have literally talked shit about men this whole time. It's just you fucking dismissing and trying to say, no, women are the bad ones. We literally never say, oh, men are draining society, men are doing this, men are the ones, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I say, oh, men also do something bad, you're like, no, they don't. It's only women. Every fucking time. We have not put down men one time this, like, on the entire panel.
I absolutely did. You don't have to, because the entire society does it.
See that bitch little answer? So I just confront him and I'm like, see how you're putting down women like this entire panel, and see how I never put down men once this entire panel? And what's his bitch little answer? Oh, you don't have to, because the society does it for you. I'm sorry, do women not get put down literally like every day, everywhere, all the time? So, like, I could have just come back and said that too, but because honestly I'm just like a more grown-up, stronger person than he is, like, lots of women just suck this shit up and shut up about it. And there's certain times that we actually speak up and like give shit back. We get called, we're trying to play victim, we're emotional, blah, 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 blah. That's what we get. Lots of times we just suck this shit up and shut up about it. But, so like I said, I never put down men this entire panel. And he says, well, I'm going to put down women because even though you didn't put down men, the rest of society does. So even though you didn't, I'm going to put down women still. He actually didn't respond to anything I said. He just deflected and was like, well, society puts down men. Which I agree. There is a lot of people that talk shit on men and say overall broad bad things about men. And I would say this was more accurate like a couple years ago when like super woke shit was crazy and people were like really like super anti-straight white guys. Like, that shit, you know, was very overboard. I think we have kind of like overcome that era a little bit, and that wasn't like everybody, but I do understand in pop culture like straight white men got like a lot of heat for a little bit there, and I do think that was crazy. But nobody on this panel has been doing that shit. Nobody has been saying any of that radical feminist shit. But yet he's putting down women, and then he deflects and he's like, well, you don't have to. But he's gonna put down women, even though I haven't put down men. It's just a fucking bitch answer.
That's true.
You don't have to, because there's already a trend of that, so you don't even have to do that.
That's
so
true.
when they say something on the society, then you address them and it's a society. But on this panel,
no, HQ. Check this out. Check this out. HQ. Hold on. Check this out. HQ and Ghosty. What I'm gonna do is what I want to do. I'm a grown man.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm a grown man, so I'm gonna put down women. Fucking bitch. Little bitch boy.
Good for you.
That's what I'm going to do. What I want to do.
What I said.
I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, how I want to talk about it. And I know y'all have an issue with that because you live in this age of effeminate men who bow down every time y'all shame them or tell them they shouldn't be talking about something.
Nobody has shamed men this entire time. You've only shamed women. That's our point. And you're deflecting, playing victim. You literally deflected by playing victim. I said, notice how none of us had talked down men, but you have been talking down women this entire time. And then he goes like, well, society talks down about men. Me. He makes it about himself and cries about it like a little fucking baby bitch he is.
Something.
Screaming at the top of their lungs is Superman.
I'm going to talk about absolutely what I want to talk about. And if you don't like that, Ghosty, maybe you should go shoot up or cry about it.
Sweet Jesus.
But when you never shut up. Deflecting, yet when you're asked questions, you don't respond and then say, I just talk about whatever I
did respond, Tom. I did respond.
You didn't respond. You just yelled.
Wait, one second. Hey, Tom. Without respect. Without respect, she was actually not trying to have a conversation. She came to be
at all.
No, Fetty, I was
one second, please. Hey, I think I'm running the show, so please let me finish, right? So what I'm going to do is this, right? Now that both of y'all got your rocks off, and I didn't stop it, I'm going to put more 5 minutes on the clock, so Angwyman and actually Mantis can have a conversation and address each other. If you start to dismiss another person conversation, I will end this one-on-one, read the super chat, and give the microphone to Roses and to Nunu because they've been waiting patiently. Start screaming at each other, okay? And start dismissing each other, and we're done with this, and we go back to the show, okay? Angwyman and Mantis. Mantis, you came for this man. What is the serious conversation that you want to have with him? Ask a question, and he will follow through. Tom and everybody else, let them have it, please. Go ahead.
Okay, what I came in to say, although I was rudely interrupted many times, was that I have an issue with the way, like, some of the things Angryman says aren't, like, incorrect. I think he kind of puts subjective things and makes them very objective a lot of the time, which is just like, false. But I think that mostly my issue with him is he overinflates what men do, and he underinflates what women do. And he I think it's like a compensatory thing because he feels victimized or something. So in order to like make up for that, he needs to drag everything women do down as much as possible and uplift men as much as possible. So it becomes this like really big disparity that makes him look like a tool, to be honest, instead of like just being a reasonable person. I mean, there's a reason why his name is Angryman and not the Rational Man.
No, the reason why my name is Angryman is because Izzy Man's younger brother, who is now dead, may he rest in peace, gave me that nickname. So my friend who's no longer here gave me that nickname, and that's the reason why I use that name is in his.
You try to guilt me like a woman would try and guilt someone with emotional manipulation.
No, he didn't do that. He's correcting you in why his name is what it is. And you're speaking while he wasn't speaking. So
interrupting me, Fatty. She's interrupting me. She's not trying to have the conversation. You're interrupting me.
I'll talk about what I said then, not just about the irrelevant piece at the end.
What I'm doing is I'm giving you context instead of allowing you to make an asinine assumption about.
You don't like context. You always hand it context.
I actually love context, and I actually love listening. So that's why I was listening to you while you were talking. Which you're not doing with me.
I've been watching the whole panel.
Which you're not doing with me. I'll tell you what women do contribute to society. You contribute to the general confusion and bullshit. The vast majority, yes, simple-minded man. There we go, right there. The vast majority.
He just says women contribute confusion and whatever to society. And then she calls him simple-minded, and again, he plays victim. He goes like, look, right there. Oh my God, she just insulted me. After he literally just insulted all women. Like you haven't been insulting her this whole time.
The vast majority. Why are you even talking, Ghosty?
Oh, yep.
The vast majority of our infrastructure that we utilize in our whole society is maintained by men, not women. So I don't have to I don't have to blow up what men do. It is what it is.
Why do you have to undersell what women do when they do things, though?
What am I underselling?
I mean, I just explained how a woman can be contributing to society by going to work, making money, paying taxes, providing for herself and her family so that the government doesn't have to, so that the rest of society doesn't have to. What's wrong with that?
I heard that part. I'm asking you specifically, what did I downplay?
I just told you when you're talking about like this Meg Thee Stallion and how she makes. Hang on, when you're talking about Meg Thee Stallion and you're talking about how a $350,000 watch is nothing. Like even just her spending money that she has earned, the fact that she earns money, it's irrelevant because he earns
a man is worth $140 million compared
it's about the
to
gesture.
her to $40 million. So it really is a minute insignificant.
What's that got to do with anything?
What he said was buying. What he said was buying a watch that is worth that much for her is like buying I don't remember the brand of a cheap
watch to her.
What was the brand, Angwyman?
Her, not the benefit.
This is what I said. This is what I said. Hold on.
$250,000 fucking dollars.
I'm sorry. Okay, so let's say I'm dating a guy who's like pretty wealthy and I don't make that much money. Like therefore me buying a gift, because this is, oh my god, they contradict so fucking much. They keep saying it's not about the money, it's not about the money, but they're the ones making it about the money. We're trying to say it's about the gesture. She bought him a watch, okay? $250,000 fucking watch. And yet, even though he's super rich, it's still the fact that she spent $250,000 of her own money on him for a nice watch. Just because he could afford it himself doesn't mean that men don't appreciate getting gifts. Just because if I buy a guy who makes more money than me some gift that he could afford for himself doesn't mean that he doesn't appreciate getting that gift. Yet they're going to say, it's not about the money, it's not about the money. They're the ones making it about the money. We're the ones saying it's about the gesture. It's about the idea that men appreciate getting gifts too. And it does mean something. To spend $250,000 on somebody? Are you fucking kidding me?
He doesn't benefit from that.
This is what I said.
You guys are only mentioning that because it's her doling out the money, and for you, you couldn't possibly fucking fathom spending $250,000.
I fucking hate her personal fucking judgment. She has no fucking idea what I get my boyfriend for Christmas. Okay, I fucking go all fucking out. Like honestly, our first Christmas, I spent, and like I'm not saying this to be petty. I didn't care. I probably spent more on him than he spent on me, and he felt like a little bad, and I was like, no, I love buying gifts. Like I love everything you got me. Everything is perfect. I got him like really personal, like really useful things and cute things that he loved, like, and I just love doing that. She fucking makes all these fucking personal judgments. I've never fucking met this bitch ever. This is the first time I'm on a panel with her, and she's making all these crazy judgments about us. Like, you couldn't even imagine spending money on a man. Like, bitch, you don't fucking know me. Shut the fuck up. I really fucking hate judgments like this. I'm sorry, I'm getting so mad. But, like, when people make these assumptions about people for zero reason, I've given her zero reasons to say that I'm never going to get married. My man thinks I'm crazy, and he hasn't married me because I'm a feminist, and he's never going to. I'm a meth head. I can never imagine spending money on a man. I want to cover up my hoe facts because that's coming up. She's going to call me a hoe and say the reason I'm like this is because I don't want anybody to know my hoe facts. It's fucking annoying.
It's on a man. That's what this is about.
Here's
the thing. Here's the issue, right? Here's the issue.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I said Jesus Christ. I totally triggered her. She gets Jesus Christ. She has like a little chihuahua.
1 second, hey, Rose, I'll give you the.
Literally make so many judgments.
Hey, respectfully, 1 second, Roses, you are going to. Hey, Roses, I will literally go to you as soon as we're done with this Angryman thing. The clock is running. Let Angryman have it. I will go. Roses, I will go to you and I'll let you uninterrupted you with this thing.
She's making fun of me for smoking a vape. Oh, crazy! I smoke a vape. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I promise. Here's
what I said, right? So Mantis came up here. Mantis had something against me personally. She's probably seen something I said on a short or on a video that got her panties in a bunch. Because what I said didn't diminish Meg. What I said was Meg Thee Stallion buying him a $250,000 watch, a quarter of a $1 million watch, is the equivalent of a regular chick buying her man a Seiko. They're at another level. There is nothing in that statement that diminishes her as a woman.
That's true. There is nothing he said that diminished her as a woman. But I can at least say that I don't know how much money them niggas make. This is just a projection on my behalf, just me. Even if I made millions of dollars, $250,000 watch. I still don't want to give you that.
That's
if I
a
give you $250,000 watch, you better be happy. That's just me. But what he said did not diminish her as a woman. He's correct.
At the part at the end, I said they are at another level financially. Does anybody disagree that that's what I said?
That's exactly what you said.
That is not what he said.
So where in that
initially.
did I diminish women? See, she came up here with a bug up her.
You said women don't contribute to society.
Yeah,
You
I said
literally
that after she came up here with the smoke. After she came up,
oh, so you got emotional and said something you didn't mean?
After she came up here with the smoke, I started talking shit to her. Absolutely.
You said, so you didn't mean that. You just said that out of anger or something?
No, I meant the shit.
Okay, so there you are. Like,
okay, but
that's the point.
Would that have even came up if she would have not came up here?
But again, and I already showed you earlier how he has been diminishing women throughout this entire panel, and I didn't even show you the entire panel, just like the little bit that I did show you. He was. We didn't even show the part where he was calling me a liar. I forgot to seek that part out. I think he brings it up again in the end, but he called me a liar because I said that I had a crush on a couple geeky guys in high school.
The bug in her about me.
She answered your question. She said, if a woman takes care of herself, has a job.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is her coming up here making the assumption that I was trying to downplay women off of what I said about her buying that watch.
Well, no, she watched the entire panel. She's watching the entire panel.
I did not. See, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Nigga, are you listening, Ghosty? What the hell are you talking about? He just...
Yes, I'm saying she watched the entire panel, and she watched him dismissing women the entire panel.
Said we're in this conversation before she came up. Did he diminish women? He's saying he never did it, but he said he did it after she started speaking.
And I'm saying that she watched the entire panel and watched him dismiss women the entire fucking panel before she came up.
So she already had...
I'm sorry if I don't have an exact sentence remembered out of 4 fucking hours of a panel. Like, these people are crazy.
This mindset before he even said anything like it. So even if we watch this whole conversation, he didn't do it.
Well, that's not even true, and you didn't even watch the whole conversation because you said you don't have time for it. So how about you shut up before you make opinions that you know nothing about?
What are you talking about? This nigga been drinking.
This is what I'm talking about right here.
I was completely fucking sober, by the way. Tonight I'm drinking, but that night I was not drinking. It's fucking Thanksgiving, so fuck you. Here we go again.
It's the big bad man, and we gotta constantly rescue the women.
What?
Oh, you're downplaying what women do, and in that moment, what I said did not downplay a single thing that women do. Not to mention the fact that I wasn't even talking about women; I was talking about Meg the Stallion in that moment.
True. Again,
y'all are full of shit. Just say my bad. You didn't diminish them in that moment. Just say that, and then we can move the fuck on.
That's true as well.
But you can't do it, can you?
It wasn't just that woman. She watched the whole panel.
Because accountability is your kryptonite. Y'all get up here all the time on these panels, which...
Here comes the crying and the bitching and the moaning. Here we go.
You're bullshit. Lying about your mentality, lying about the things you do, lying through your fucking teeth. And then when somebody calls you out on it, you want to get in your feelings about it.
I'm sorry, what did I lie about?
Your whole past.
Name my whole past is a lie.
That shit is crazy. That shit is literally fucking crazy. And it especially triggers me because I have had people tell me that I'm lying about my past before on YouTube after I have shared personal stories. And it is so dismissive. It is fucking retarded. It is enraging. I come up here and I tell people raw shit that they can literally use against me. And then they call me a fucking liar. It's not gonna fly. Like, just because my reality goes against your little fucking made up fantasy that you want to sell your single angry men that are in your audience doesn't make me a fucking liar.
terrible past that you guys won't shut up about now and use as an insult against me. I've been lying about.
I dated
You're
geeks.
fucking crazy.
I dated the geeks. Yeah, you dated geeks in high school.
I'm dating a geek right now.
Whatever. tell that to somebody believe that goofy ass.
I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I come up here and I talk about my life. I tell the truth, whether you like it or not. I know, like, apparently you have no life experience because you can't understand the average dating experience for most people. You live in a fantasy.
Apparently,
it's really funny.
Apparently, you do. You're defending it.
Sorry, my StreamYard addresses a lot for me. I don't know why. It is just StreamYard.
It's fine. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes, and then I'll bring Rose to address whatever she wants to address. Go ahead.
Okay, so the one example I brought up is like a pretty insignificant example based on everything that Angryman has said on this whole panel, where he has like pretty consistently downplayed women's like role or anything that they do, or slandered them, or just talked a lot of. I mean, he did literally say that women are like a drain on society. So I don't know why.
Once again, he's correct. He said that after you said what you said. After.
So, I'm sorry. So, our judgment of him based on everything he's been saying on a panel for 3 hours turns out to be right, and you're saying what? What is your fucking argument? We said, So, we've been watching Angryman for 3 hours on a panel, and we're like, wow, you seem really dismissive of everything women do, and you deflate everything women do. And then after we say that, you say, women are a drain on society, women don't contribute to society, proving us right. And what is your argument now? I'm sorry, like, you literally just proved our entire fucking point about you, that we are right about you.
You have to address that part. He's right about that. You can't keep bringing up something when you already had this mindset. So you already had this mindset, and what he said was after. The nigga's right.
Why you would say you're so fucking wrong. So I don't know why.
What did I say prior to that? What did I say prior to that? What did I say prior to that on this panel that downplayed women?
He literally, what's an exact sentence out of 3 hours of a panel, of a blabbering panel? Like, what is happening right now? He already admitted that he thinks women are a drain on society and don't contribute to society. So what else more proof do you want from us?
Prior to you making that statement, tell me what I said specifically that downplayed women.
Is my camera crashed again?
No.
No?
Focus on the audio. The camera.
Okay. The whole conversation, the whole conversation that you were having before this was about women, and like it kind of ties into this conversation as well. Where you're talking about women and what they perceive to be a good guy or a bad guy and a nice guy. And every time the women on the panel would bring up their experience and that they have done exactly the.
You're not giving an example. You're about to just say words again.
Things that you say women never do, and that
she's literally saying it. You interrupted her.
They've never done. You completely dismiss their experience because you don't actually care about women's experience.
Angryman literally just called me a liar about my entire past. Exactly dismissing my experience, my stories, my dating history. Like, that's exactly what Mantis is explaining here. I don't know if you're not fucking listening because you don't want to, because you tune out when women talk, or you tune out when you realize you're wrong. That's probably more what it is.
Just care about projecting your own victimhood onto them.
Didn't say anything.
That's okay. So I'm going to ask you again, because what I said about women's experience, I said that we were all the total opposite. And I broke down how men get into relationships with women on a purely superficial.
Yeah, we agree. Men and women are different.
On a pure. Can I please finish?
Can I please finish?
You're just restating the obvious.
Can I
men and women are different.
Can I please finish?
Can I please finish?
Can I please finish? So boring, dude. Yeah, keep yapping.
Y'all see this, right?
Absolutely. You call him boring, right? you call him boring, but you can.
Deflection. See how he's deflecting every time she addresses him?
I mean to fight him.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to fight him? Why are you trying? Hey, 1 second. Hey, lady, 1 second. Hey, lady, 1 second. If you believe that, like, you are trying to pick up a fight, and now that you got the fight for whatever reason, well, you're too boring.
You don't want it. Now you don't want the smoke.
You wanted to fight.
I still think you're boring.
Now you don't want the smoke. Now you don't want the smoke because if we rewind the tape, there is absolutely no point from the beginning of the show all the way up to the statement I made about Meg Thee Stallion.
It's crazy because like I literally just covered all the times where he did, and already I like can't give you an exact line. And this is a reaction video reacting to all the like actually not even all of them, a couple times of him dismissing women throughout the panel before this reaction video chose to start where they started reacting to. And I can't even think of an exact line off the top of my head, even though I just gave you various examples in this specific live stream.
And the $250,000 watch where I diminish women in any way. You came up here because you already had a bias with me and you had a bug in your and so you said what you said, and now you can't back it up because you can't say anything specific that I said that diminished women. Because what I did was I talked about both men and women and the reason why we date the way we date. There was nothing I said that diminished women in any way.
There was.
Then tell me specifically what it was.
Motherfucker, you can't just say you messed up, can you? It's like, is it like, what is that? Is that Down syndrome or something? It gotta be something. Just say you made a mistake. I can't figure out this thing. I don't know if this thing happened. That's what you need to say. Because you have had, I don't know how many goddamn minutes you have had. You had so many minutes to try to figure out if he said these things and give him an example. You haven't did. I was like, he keeps doing this. What was it? What was it? He keeps, that's all you can say. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to think you be in the back of the class eating drool cookies or some shit like that now.
Let me think of something specific you said, like when Ghosty was telling you.
The fact, yes, she brought up the Ghosty and the other woman both.
Here goes this nigga trying to save motherfuckers again.
HQ, but both of them gave their experiences, and both times you said that they were lying.
You said they were lying.
How is that diminishing? How is that? Hold on for a second, Tom. How is that diminishing what women do?
Thank you. That's
every
true.
every negative trait you have.
How is that diminishing what women do?
Him not believing these heifers don't diminish women. He don't believe these heifers.
No, did you not listen to me? I said every negative trait he has attributed to women throughout the entire panel. Women do this. And again, like, off the top of my head, I don't have an exact example. Do you want me to go back through the 4-hour transcript and find you an exact example so we can talk about Angryman's feelings for the next 10 minutes of the panel instead of talking about the actual points? Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
You still don't have anything. You have to get him saying that when he said women are a drain on society.
Like, imagine when Angryman called me a liar and I did this for 10, 20 minutes straight. How was I a liar? Go ahead. Prove me. Give me an exact sentence. No, literally, what did I say? How am I a liar? I just kept screaming over and over and over and over again for 20 minutes. They would call me an emotional, crazy female because that's what I would be. That's why I don't act that way. But Angryman does. Remember that.
It was one, but that was after that motherfucker said what she said. You don't have anything. Tom, I told you, me and you are both bald. Stop speaking. Learn your goddamn place, my nigga. Just go sit down. Go, give me a second. To the wall. Go to the corner, Tom, and look in the corner.
Just throughout this panel.
Because the whole reason she brought it up initially was because of the Meg Thee Stallion reference that I made when I said her buying that watch is the equivalent of a woman buying her man a Seiko. That's the reason why she said it. So she said you want to downplay everything women do in society. What part of me saying what you just said, Ghosty, or what you just said, Tom, is downplaying what women do in society?
For an example, the first time she gave the Stallion example, then she said you've been doing it the whole panel. You said, what else did I do? She gave you.
That's not an example. You've been doing it the whole panel is not an example.
2 other examples, and then you pivot back to the.
No, she didn't give me 2. She didn't give me 2 examples. She didn't give me 2 examples. What 2 examples did she give?
Does she have to read word for word?
You're coming in to save the women, but even you can't give an example.
Give me the example, Tom.
HQ and Ghosty. I just did the same thing that she said. I'm just repeating what she said. The HQ and Ghosty.
No, smell the roses. He's not. First off, based off his logic, if I say, Tom, you play with man butt, and then you say, oh yeah, tell me, give me an example when any of this stuff you're talking about actually happened, and I say, I saw you with dudes. That's not an example. You know what an example is, right? Oh man, you don't have an example. I'm sorry, it's weird. It's awkward that y'all trying to hold something. What he said is true. This motherfucker showed up with a problem already, and she made an accusation with no evidence. But it just so happened she might have been correct, but she showed up with no evidence.
If you're just
it just so happened she might have been correct, but she has no evidence. Why are we even talking about this then if she's correct? He already proved her point. What are we even arguing right now? This is insanity. Like, oh, Mantis says that I dismiss and put down women. And yes, I actually do, because I don't think they contribute to society, and I think they're a drain on society. But no, you need to give me another reason why I think that way. Like, what the fuck is happening?
He won't respond to anything that she says. He won't. He just keeps pivoting.
So first of all, Tom, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Tom, she's talking because you're not supposed to be talking. Since you're not supposed to be talking, since she stepped in and said that you're not even doing the thing. Why are you?
Stop late nighting for roses. Stop it. Oh my God. Take off your cape, bald man.
You speaking because this conversation is supposed to be between Angryman and Mantis. But some reason, Tom, you thought that, oh man, I gotta put that goddamn cape on. Yes, you know, Tom, stop.
Tom, here's the thing, Tom. Here's the thing, Tom.
Pivoting and won't actually respond to it.
Tom, nobody's pivoting. Nobody's pivoting. I have addressed what you said literally. I said to you, how does that diminish what women do in society? If a woman sits up here and she says, this happened to me when I was younger, or I did this way, and I say, I don't believe that, that's a lie. How does that diminish? How does that shut the up? How does that diminish what they do in society, Tom? How does that diminish what they do in society, Tom?
I'm pretty sure her initial statement was that you diminish women, not what they do in society. You brought up society.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the one example I brought up is like a pretty insignificant example based on everything that Angryman has said on this whole panel, where he has like pretty.
This was not her original statement. This was like 5 statements, like her 5th statement she made.
Consistently downplayed women's like role or anything that they do, or slandered them, or just talked a lot of.
I mean, he did literally, or slandered them, or talked a lot of shit. Even though this wasn't her original statement, she still stayed true to it.
He did literally say that.
No, it wasn't. The initial statement was she being goofy and doing ad hominems and started attacking him and talking under her breath and talking shit. And then when they actually start talking with each other, he addressed and he said, "I'm not diminishing woman. I only did it after she started to throw pot shots. Respectfully." Yeah.
Fatty, I'm letting you know right now, Tom. I don't know what the that was. Nigga, do not say you can make the argument and then once he break it down in detail how that thing is not that is not true based off the argument, then say, oh, well, I think wait, give me a second. I think Tom, you almost made me talk about bald-headed niggas and I'm bald. The hell is wrong with you? You're trying so hard to save niggas, it's crazy. And keep doing this with his hand. Niggas, sit down.
I'll have to tell the whole story. Hey, I'm talking. And I will 1 second. I will ask this to Tom and to Mantis. What is the question that Angryman didn't address directly? Repeat it to us so we have the chance to actually address it. What was the question that you asked this man that he didn't address and said, this is why I said something? What is the question? Tom and Mantis, and interrupted. If you deflect, I will stop you. What was the question he didn't address?
No, it wasn't us that had the question. It was me that made a statement. I said that he diminishes women. That's what I said.
And did he explain?
And then he changed it to women in society as a whole in general.
But didn't he explain that he was not trying to diminish Bank the Stallion? It wasn't about diminishing women. It's about socio-economical status. Because this is how the conversation started, right? Oh, are giving him a 350,000 watch is like a regular person giving him a ABC. Isn't that the correct statement?
That is what he said, but she said that he's been doing it the whole panel. He asked for examples.
So then let me ask you.
So what's the example?
Let me ask you this,
This is our opinion. Can we just move on? Like,
so let me ask you this, Tommy. Let me ask you this, Tom. So everything that I said the women were being untruthful about, Ali agreed with it, Fatty agreed with it, just about every male up here agreed with it. So why is it when she came up here, I'm the target? Can you answer that?
You were the wildest. You were the one who talked most about it. You were the one who went off about the drugs. You were the one who made a deal about. You were the one who called them names. You were the one who said cap. You were the one.
Tom, check this out, bro. Check this out, bro. You're full of shit, bro. You're full of shit, and you need to check and see if there's some ghostly outline of where your balls used to be, bro. You're full of shit. You know good and well that at the beginning of this conversation, before
Tom is honestly the only man on the panel with balls. No other fucking guy would literally stand up here and defend us against these other fucking petty bitch guys because of just the look of it. They're obviously gonna call him a white knight. They're gonna call him gay. They're gonna call him ballless, whatever. They're gonna say all these things, and yet he still comes up here and stands up for what he believes and what he thinks. So, like, honestly,
Yeah.
Before she came up here and hurled that accusation, I was merely participating in the conversation, talking about what I believed in. The only reason she has a fucking problem, the only reason she has a problem is because I had the back and forth with Ghosty. That's all that shit is, bro. Cut it out, man.
I don't. What does that have to do with anything, though?
What does that have to do with
You're not responding to the point that was made. You asked the question.
What does that have to do with
you said,
anything?
yeah. So you said, why is she coming after me and not them? I answered that question, and instead of you responding to that, you go off about, oh, that's bullshit, man. You know she's coming after me.
Check this out, Tom. Tom, check this out. Check this out, Tom. Hey, Tom, check this out. Check this out, Tom. Tom, check this out, bro. Check this out, bro. Check this out. I have white fatigue right now.
Okay.
Can we move on from Angryman's feelings and get to the conversation?
I'm so sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of y'all tone policing. I'm so sick and tired.
Get the fuck over it.
Sick and fucking tired of y'all tone policing and talking down in a condescending fucking way. I am allowed to have my goddamn opinion.
Same.
Period. Period. Then put on your big boy pants and deal with it.
That's what we have been crying about our opinion of you for 30 fucking minutes. How about we're allowed to have our opinion that turned out to be right, by the way, because yes, you do diminish women. You do think they're drains on society. You don't think they contribute to society. So guess what? We turned out to be right. And now you've been crying about it for 30 minutes. That's our opinion. We're allowed to say it. So let's move the fuck on from to the actual conversation instead of talking about your fucking feelings, bro. The actual conversation.
Same thing with you. You're crying about something I said about heroin addicts. Put on your big girl pants.
Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. Yo. I was angry. I was upset because in the end, they never actually addressed the original fucking point, and they went on and on and on about the fact that I said heroin. They didn't actually address the original point that I was making. I said the word heroin and they fucking lost their minds, pivoted, and didn't actually address the original point that I was making. That's why I was upset. And now he thinks I get triggered by heroin, and he went on his live and he was like, you know what? I think Ghosty is a drug addict. Why else would she get so upset about this? She didn't even say that guy was her friend, even though I said he was my best friend. And I said I'm still friends with him and that he's married and that I went to his wedding. Like, also, the fact that I have talked about being an ex-drug addict on many, many, many panels, and I don't expect him to fucking know that, but like, holy fuck. I'm not upset about the heroin. Jesus Christ, I'm upset that you didn't address the original point and you pivot every fucking time we actually get to the, core of the issue. You move on and you address something else that is totally fucking random. Oh my god. I shouldn't even be giving them this. I shouldn't even be giving them this much energy because they're going to be like, emotional feminist, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it is really taxing. That's why I don't do these panels as much as I used to, because it really fucks your brain up. Like, all the gaslighting, all the fucking just manipulation, calling me a liar about my past, even though they're using my past against me actively. Like, it just, yeah, it's crazy. All right, we're almost at the end. 15 minutes left. Thank fucking God. We're about to get to the part where I call Rose as a bitch, and then everybody also fucking loses their mind, even though she's been making shots at me, personal shots at me, even though she knows nothing fucking about me this entire panel.
And deal with it.
Bro,
I literally just want to talk about the conversation.
Talk about the conversation and get off my cock.
We're too busy talking about your feelings about our opinion.
Get off my cock.
We literally can't talk about the conversation because we're talking about Angryman's feelings. We're talking about how he's upset that we feel like he dismisses women and puts down women, even though he admits that he does. That's literally what we've been talking about for 30 minutes. It's actually fucking insane. He's like, well, yeah, I do dismiss women. I do put down women. But why do you think that about me? That really upsets me. Let's talk about my feelings about that. You're fucking crazy.
So further,
you make an argument, they're disagreeing with
Talk
it.
about the conversation and get off of my cock.
Wow.
Ladies, this is the ladies' first show. Roses has the same opinion as Angryman, so deal with her now, okay? We are going to see if y'all since Roses have the same opinions as Angryman. I want y'all to have the same smoke since y'all be talking, okay? And I will say this, please.
I did.
Respect our friends from Valhalla. Let's not make this racial again. This is the third week in a row. Let's not do it, okay?
It's what they go through when they got nothing.
Let's keep it in bounds, okay? I don't want this to go to Rumble. So go ahead, Roses and Mantis, and if you want to join Ghosty, go ahead, Roses Uninterrupted, and then Mantis and Ghosty can go ahead and say what they want to say. Go ahead.
Oh, my head. Okay, so women make such great contributions to society that what is the one thing that if women stop doing right now today would drastically affect my life tomorrow?
Their job. Boom. Bitch, I know you work at a job, and when somebody calls out last minute, it's all fucking chaos. Imagine if literally all women just didn't go into work tomorrow. And I saw in the comments, it's so funny. They were like, it's so funny, like, because if no women came into their jobs tomorrow, literally nothing would happen. Like, even if you want to just say women are nurses and women are caregivers for children, I'm sorry, how are you going to go to work if there's nobody to take care of your child? How are you going to, like, who's going to take care of all the sick and elderly people? Even if you just want to diminish women to those roles, are you kidding me? Who's going to educate kids? You don't think there's female surgeons that have, like, intensive surgeries to do tomorrow? You don't think that there's... They're literally delusional. They are fucking delusional, and it's for the most childish reasons. They literally just can't admit that women are also important. It's not even like nobody has said men are not important. They have been saying this entire time. No, it's just women aren't important. Men are important. But yet they play victim. They say, men are always put down in society. But I'm allowed to put you down, but I'm still a victim. Yeah, fucking insane.
What is their job?
Literally every single job that women hold now, if they stop doing it, society would stop running. You guys are laughing. It's so funny. Women make up 50%.
What do you hold?
Women make up 50% of the workforce. Do you think if 50% of the workforce just didn't go to work tomorrow, everything would function? What world do you fucking live in? Which job do I hold?
Yes, your job. If you stop doing your job,
moving the goalpost like they keep fucking doing. No, your job. Specifically your job.
Tomorrow, would we be affected?
It's funny because I didn't say just me. I said all women. Every single one.
They actually had a day where all women didn't go to work and nothing happened.
That's retarded. You think all women were just voluntarily like, I'm not going to go to work tomorrow because they want to see what would happen. I'm not going to get paid. I'm going to take a sick day. I'm going to take a day off just to see. That didn't fucking happen. He's literally making that up. Like, what is that? What the fuck is that? That is crazy.
Wait. What is the argument? Are we trying to argue that women don't contribute to society? Is that what you're arguing right now?
Yes, that is what they're arguing. And now she's like, no, that's not what I'm arguing. Even though I was just screaming at you, what do women contribute? No, that's not what I'm arguing. The gaslighting is insane.
What about having babies? What if women stop having babies?
Excuse me.
Oh, the birth rate is in the crapper, so you suck at that too.
He's right about that as well. That right there, man.
That's not even... That's so fucking irrelevant to what she even said in the first place, but...
That right there is like a main factor of women contributing to society. In America, you niggas ain't doing that. Well, actually, it's outside of America now. A lot of motherfuckers ain't doing that no more. So guess what? What you just said, based off of that, what you already said is that women already have stopped contributing to society. That's what you just said. That's the thing that motherfuckers always, things that they always want to say. Well, we stop having your babies. Nigga, if you stop having babies, nigga, then you ain't gonna exist. You act like men are the ones that's gonna, something gonna affect men. It's gonna affect everybody.
If I stop having babies, I'm not gonna exist? What? I already exist. That was dumb.
Baby. And guess what? When there's not that many people, it ain't gonna be that many people to protect you either. So I don't think they understand.
I'm sorry. It's so funny. They're like, you need men to protect me. I'm like, I need men to protect me from other men. You realize that, right? The only reason I need protection by men is because I need protection from other men. Like, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
And what happens when you lose protection? That means the people who are actual victims start to become true victims. Y'all should cut that out.
You need a man
Wait,
for
so
that.
is that society?
Is the birth rate or is the birth rate not in the crapper right now?
Hey, respectfully, Roses was waiting so patiently when y'all were throwing shit at each other. Y'all have to please engage with her, or we're going to move on to the topic. So Roses and interrupted. What is the point, Rosie, so they can address it? Go ahead.
My point is that, for one, Angryman never diminished anything. He's only speaking to Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. There is no return on investment for Klay. Me, as a mother with one child who is a son, I would not want my son bringing home a Meg Thee Stallion telling me that he is looking to make her his wife. To me,
who asked? We don't care who you want your son to date. This is irrelevant. Who fucking cares?
A woman at 30 years old with no children but a hoe fax for as long as I can see is not worth my only son mating with, dating with, putting on a pedestal.
Yeah, she still
There's
has a boy.
Give me a second. Wait, say again.
For as long at 30 years old with her his wife. To me, a woman at 30 years old with no children but a hoe fax for as long as I can see is not worth my only son mating with, dating with, putting on a pedestal.
Yeah, she still has a boyfriend.
There's nothing that she's done that is better than Klay Thompson's accomplishments in this world. As a mother, that's what I would be looking at.
Okay, so why did he pick her?
How does she equal up to my son? She doesn't match.
That's your moral value. That's not
my moral value. My moral value. No, HQ. It's not this.
He's based off.
Why is she getting offended? Like, my moral value? My moral value? Like, yes, that is your moral value. You wouldn't like your son dating Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, well, guess what? Some super rich, grown-ass man does want to date her. So what's your fucking point? Like, I don't know what she thought she was saying there.
When we go back to what Angryman said, he's a sucker, which is how this all started. We're going back to the fact that he is a sucker. He's being tricked. I don't know if he's being tricked. He's been tricked by society. All right, society failed Klay Thompson. If he believes that she
Are
is
you serious?
good,
men literally can't. So he's saying men literally can't take accountability for anything to the point where Klay Thompson dating Meg Thee Stallion isn't even his own accountability. It's society's fault. That is fucking wild.
A good person to be with, society failed him. So he is a sucker.
My son is not going to be raised to go out and date hoes or marry baby mamas. No,
nobody cares about your son.
Who's to say she's a hoe?
The reason.
Who says she's a hoe?
Nobody cares about your son. Like, why are you talking about your child? It's so weird.
HQ. Let's see.
My head hurts.
That was retardation right there. Who says she's a hoe? Wow. Okay.
The reason why Klay.
That is not a standard that I'm setting in my house, HQ. That is not a standard that you set. That you say to your son, it's okay if you like her, if she's pretty, it's okay to date a single mom. That will
the
never
super
be
rich.
okay.
Yet the super rich man is still dating her.
My blessing for that.
That means nothing.
I can't wait till her son grows up and starts dating girls and she loses her mind. I'm sorry, is that mean to say? I don't know, but like, it's kind of funny. It's just like, people need to snap the fuck out of reality.
Yeah.
I mean, out of their fantasy and snap into reality.
Okay, I'm not
finds her more attractive and worth it.
So why? I want to let y'all know right now. This is the crazy part. They would have a problem if if a lady, or if a nice lady, let's say a nice lady was actually dating a guy who was actually mentally, physically, and spiritually abusive, then they have a problem with it. Everyone having a problem with Klay Thompson, just like with Stephen Curry. Everybody like this. I don't know, this guy does anything wrong. Him being with a lady like this who will actually spiritually destroy him. Mentally, he will be destroyed. Just not physically, because, she might be able to physically, no, not him. It depends on if he got like weak bones. Then she might physically harm him. But still, y'all forgot about all the stuff that she be doing out here. She is not a stable person. They're showing their signs of hypocrisy right now.
I don't know if she is. I literally don't know anything about her. She might be a toxic, unstable person who might hurt this guy. Like, maybe. Okay. I don't know her. I just don't.
Because if it was flipped around the guy, they would be all shouting.
Also, like, by the way, my channel started by calling out Amber Heard. Like, I was a huge Johnny Depp supporter. The first like true crime video I did was about a woman who allegedly like disappeared his husband, and I was trying to bring awareness to this missing man. Like, I don't know why they have to always constantly be like, oh, women are villainizing these men, when none, like, literally we never once did. It's just you guys villainizing women every time.
Saying this is a problem.
Why do the ladies disagree with Roses?
What?
Why do the ladies disagree with Roses is saying?
Because they don't want their whole facts to matter. That's why they don't agree.
See?
They
don't want their whole facts to matter. Did you hear that? Did everybody hear that? I'm gonna rewind it, because a bunch of people forgot that part.
Wash off.
Whoops. Hold on.
Off their wholeness. They
Again,
want another man to look at them.
They want to wash off their wholeness. That's what she just... Fuck, my keyboard died. Fuck. Jesus, give me a second. Fuck. Because, look, listen, she goes on to say, no, I wasn't calling anyone a hoe besides Meg the Stallion. That's what she's going to go on to say. So let's listen again to Smell the Roses real quick.
Why do the ladies disagree with Roses?
What?
Why
do the ladies disagree with Roses is saying?
Because
1 second,
they don't
please.
want their whole facts to matter. That's why they don't agree. Because they want to wash off their wholeness. They want another man to look at them like they are not a hoe.
We know you like to preach.
They want another man to look at them like they are not a hoe. Is she... I'm sorry. Are you talking about Meg the Stallion when you say they? Because Fatty just asked, what do you ladies disagree with Roses? And she said, because they want to wash away their hoe facts. They don't want a man to look at them and think they're a hoe. She was talking about us. She was calling us hoes, so I called her a bitch. I think that is 100% fair. Yet I got called out like I'm the person out of control. And I don't know why I apologize. I was trying to be the bigger person, but I fucking regret it. I should never try to be the bigger person with these people. Like, literally, it's not worth it. I should have not given them that. I wish I didn't fucking apologize. Smell the Roses, you are a fucking bitch.
We know you like to prophesize and do all your shit, but that wasn't a question for you.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
You don't know us, bitch, and you keep acting like you do. You keep putting words in her mouth.
I like to have a good time.
Oh my god, she just called me a fucking hoe. I called her a bitch because she said... Because I told her she doesn't know me. And she keeps pretending like she does. She said, your boyfriend thinks you're crazy. He's never gonna marry you. You're never gonna get married because you're a feminist. She said, she called me a meth head. She said, she called me a hoe. She said, I'm arguing with her because I don't want other men to think that I'm a hoe. So I'm trying to wash away my hoe-ness. Wash away my hoe-ness were her exact fucking words. She said, I can't fathom spending money on a guy. These are all personal comments she has made about me throughout the stream. I never made one personal comment about her. And then I called her a bitch.
ISO. No, hey, you know what? One second.
Calm down.
Yeah, 1 second. Mantis.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Mantis. Who said the bitch thing?
Me. That was me.
Apologize, please.
I shouldn't have fucking apologized. I really fucking shouldn't have. I honestly can't even listen to this part. The next part, you can watch the end of this video if you want. I think I'm gonna end because my head is literally pounding right now. They yell at me. I say, hey, why didn't you stop Angryman when he like literally was screaming and calling me a bitch? And they were like saying that I was trying to play victim. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to play victim. I just want fairness. Like, I literally just want fairness. You literally stopped the whole panel because I called Roses a bitch after she called me a hoe. And I think it's fair to ask why I get called out singly and nobody else has got called out, even after Roses literally just called us hoes. And Angryman has been calling me a bitch, and Angryman told me to go shoot up. Like, I don't think that was fair. So that's, like, yeah, and that's pretty much what the end of this is. Yeah, so if you want to watch the end of that video, go ahead. It's called "You're Useless." Angryman tells brutal truth, and women sparks debate. So yeah, if you want to watch that, go ahead. I do have the full video on my channel too, but I'm gonna get out of here. My head fucking hurts. These people are retarded. Goodbye.